Uh, So this is Mask of Nyarlathotep, and this is our third session.
Yeah.
Yay. So you want to go to Erica's or the other plan of Bat Mabel's?
Well, we can always just make a phone call, right? We can do the. Does anyone have any contacts in the newspaper?
No.
Or
I don't
police
have
force?
any contacts yet. I don't know.
Well, everybody has 3, so
Yeah, you can flesh them out.
Yeah, but we didn't have to choose them, right? We
no,
can.
you
Yeah.
use it
Okay.
and you fill it out, and that's a permanent contact.
Yeah.
Or maybe the mob. I mean, how helpful is the mob to us?
Well,
you're the Boston mob. You're in New York City right now.
Yeah, so I mean, the mob would probably be better to help shut down the speakeasy.
Well, there is an issue if you look at the list of NPCs. I don't know if you were there when Madame Doom sort of pissed off Pietro Marciani of the New York mob.
No, I wasn't here.
Yes, you missed that. So there may be issues about contacting New York mob and asking for help. They could help you. Yeah, they could really help you.
And probably not.
There are different families that make up the mafia in New York.
Yeah.
But we don't want to do anything that will let them know we're in their territory unless we absolutely have to.
Okay. All right. Better to just make a call to the paper or something then.
So I mean, we might not directly encounter this guy, but through the grapevine, he might hear about us if we go to the mob asking for help.
Yeah.
Anyway, newspapers probably. If they're smart, they've paid off the cops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So we might not be able to get that action going, but
yeah, that's why I think the newspaper would be maybe the best bet, because if the newspaper publishes a big story about this club with illicit dealings and puts attention on it, that would certainly.
Do we want to call the newspaperman and leave them an anonymous tip saying the people that were behind the so-called race riot in Harlem have opened up a new operation and it's the speakeasy?
Yeah, I think an anonymous call is best, because if we choose a contact here, that's stupid, because I mean, that's not our home turf, right? So
I would say we want to play on the racism and
yeah
say that they're like, well, I mean, of course the Black Panthers don't exist in this era, but something similar, that they are a group of racially motivated criminals that are seeking to subvert civilization or culture or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Overthrow the government. I don't know.
Because I'm actually from New York, would I have any more contacts?
Back to, do you want to use up one of your contacts? So if you use up as a contact, it's a trusted person that will most likely do what you want to be done because they trust you and you trust them. If you just call a newspaper, it's whatever happens, right?
I mean, is it likely we're going to be able to use our contacts when we're abroad in foreign countries we're not from, or is this pretty much our only opportunity to use them?
No, you can use it anywhere. Just come up with something reasonable. So, but like this is a world-spanning campaign, so yeah, you create a contact in New York City, then you might have to create one in London, you might have to create one in somewhere else.
It's just once we pick that guy or gal is set.
Yeah.
And we can't ever get that person. So we only have 3 slots, and that person takes up 1 slot, and that's
But these
someone
are
will always know in Africa, or someone will always know in Egypt, or whatever.
Yeah, but they could help you, right? Like you could still write a telegram to them and say, "Hey, can you go through the stacks in the New York Library and look up something for me?" So these are people you really trust. They trust you. They're not going to screw you over. But over the course of the campaign, you make friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like I don't know, how useful do you guys think it would be? I mean, would this be like a one-time burn and then we'd never get any benefit from it again? If so, then maybe we want to just hold off.
Maybe we could use the contact to relay if they want to write anything about us in the papers back home. If we want to get our name out there to raise suspicions of people, to set traps, kind of thing.
And think of it as a it's an NPC that's a journalist, so they have journalist skills. So if you need research, like the New York City Library, or he probably has those skills, right?
Mm.
So it's not just he just does that. He's like a journalist, right? If you want to put that.
Mm.
I mean, if we want to really throw a roadblock, it needs to be something that, even if they've paid off the cops, it's going to raise public outcry to the point where they're going to have to take a look at them and send some people over to dig into what they're doing.
Mm.
Yeah.
If we're ever in need of trusted people, we just kill one of our team, have a new character with 3 new leads.
Which has a skill.
Wow.
Our characters are only as useful as the people we know.
Like metagaming, man.
Yeah. Wow, Doom.
Well, I don't mind burning one up and taking one for the team.
All right.
Okay.
So come up with a name, and I guess it's a journalist, or it could be anything in that area. It could be the editor of a newspaper. It could be the publisher, right? It could be anybody. If that's the type of thing you're interested in.
I'm gonna go with my Batman kind of band, and it will be Vicky Vale. So I take it we can make the call now, and
Yeah. So this is a journalist, or
yeah. Also, we sort of use the journalist, and then they can write the article.
okay. So do you have a name for this person?
Yeah, I'll put it into the chat box. It's Vicky Vale.
Oh, okay, Vicky Vale.
Yeah, as in Bat, from Batman.
So you call her, right?
Yeah, because I've got a good charm skill. I've kind of sort of smooch, used my charm on her before to get some articles done and what have you. So yeah, I'm at the call. Hey Vicky, how's it going?
Hi. Let me. Hi. Oh, Harvey.
How's it going? Yeah, I've got a sore throat. You might not have sort of recognised my voice to start there.
It's been a while. What's going on?
This and that. Just wondered if I could call in a favour from you.
What do you need done?
We know of I can't say the word, a speakeasy which isn't very well reputed, shall we say.
Well, none of them are, right?
Well, I don't know about that. I've been to a few which actually, should I be saying? But yeah, so I'll sort of give her all the details and the address. What else did we?
You're thinking that they have something to do with the that riot in Harlem?
Yeah, I mean that was pretty crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, this sounds like a really good scoop. I'll have to go take a look at it. I'll have to go in.
Yeah, please do. I mean, I sort of give her the address and a few of the background details we kind of know about it, and I just be careful though. You know what some of these people could be like that over speakeasies.
Oh, you think they're dangerous?
Well, let's just say speakeasies are usually kind of mob related, but so let's just if we're going to do it, just be careful.
She tells you she will.
I've got faith in you.
So you figure she's going to have to verify some of your info before she writes an article, though, because she has to stick her name on it, right?
And oh yeah, I'll say to her, for your trouble, I'll sort of why you know, obviously Arsenal. Well, why are you across a fee? You know, because I wouldn't expect her to do for nothing. So.
Just thinking how much sand losses you're going to have to suffer when you find out her body was found floating in the Hudson or something.
Stop planting seeds.
Question: how many days did go by since our expedition into the basement?
Oh, not very many. So if you look at the timeline, I'm keeping track.
That's what I feared. Because I'm just asking because I'm down to 7 hit points.
Oh, so I think 3 days passed. So
okay, so 3
hit points.
It's not too bad. We need a nurse for old Spencer.
I know.
Oh, actually 4 days because that was the 19th. 20th.
Okay.
And we don't heal if we have a major wound, right?
Yeah.
No.
So you start on the 15th, and then last session was 16, 17, 18, 19, 4 days. So that's 4 hit points. And then today's the 20th.
Cool. Okay, so speakeasy we've taken care of. So we go to Mrs. Carlisle? No, what's her name?
I think it's
Carlisle.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to go in person or do we want to phone her as well?
Well, we did send her a dream that she would be expecting us, so.
I mean, I think it'd be, depending on how the visit goes, I think it'd be worthwhile. Could we spend one of our contacts to make her a contact? Because it would be pretty advantageous to have, you know, a very wealthy backer that's sympathetic to, you know, while we're doing this investigation. Because then we could be pretty candid with her.
You
get support.
Could. It's just that you already did all that work to send the dream.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right. We kind of did it in game, so that's cool.
So I mean, in terms, I can't remember exactly the specifics, but did we give her the impression that she'd meet us in a specific location, or
no? Just that
her house.
The dream was her house, right? Like the entranceway or something.
Yeah. So we just want to drive out there and introduce ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Doctor, who has the highest credit rating here?
Oh.
That might be me.
I have 60.
I got 30.
Wow, I'm richer than Doom.
Stick up my character sheet.
So 60, you know that usually at a estate you just don't drop by.
Sorry?
You don't just drop by an estate to say hello.
So we should
you need to call ahead.
Yeah, should call the butler or whatever and tell them that we're coming. Something like this, yeah?
Typically you have to call and make an appointment, but
yeah. So I would very carefully remind Madame Doom of this standard.
The propriety.
Yes.
Okay.
And you have their address, and it's easy to find the phone. And you know it's not like in the U.S. where everybody has a cell phone or they have a private phone, or if they have, they won't give it out. They have a private line. It would be like to the butler or whoever runs the household will get the phone call.
Yeah.
And you do have phone numbers for some of the businesses she runs, but of course those would also have a secretary or somebody that would answer the call.
I say to Doom, so usually, so maybe we should let our secretary phone their secretary before we arrive.
And secretaries aren't necessarily female. A number of secretaries are actually male.
But they're probably called assistants.
No, they're actually called secretaries, like Secretary of State, right?
So that's Executive Assistant of State. Thank you very much.
So Spencer doesn't look like he's actually considering that he could call there.
Do the call, but he wants somebody else to do the call.
Yeah.
You just need somebody just to pretend to be the secretary. So, you know, of your 5 people here, the best talker is probably Harvey.
And he has a cold, so he won't be recognized anyway later.
What was that? Sorry.
You're our secretary.
Ah, right. Okay.
Congratulations.
I've got my pad and a pen.
So do you want to call her residence or her place of one of her places of business?
I think her residence, right? I mean, that's where we want to go, and we want books of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we've already got to make an appointment with. Who we've already got again to make the appointment with? Sorry.
Eric Carlisle.
Right. Oh, the one that you did the dream with.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay, I'll put the call in.
You get a male butler. Hello, Carlisle residence.
Good evening or morning. I'm not too sure what time it is. My employer, Madame Du, has asked me to contact you to see if we could make an appointment with Miss Carlisle.
On what matter of business, sir?
If you just explain the dream, she will probably know what we're on about.
The dream, sir?
Yes, the dream.
I see. I'm looking at her schedule, and she is quite busy. When would you like to meet Carlisle?
As soon as possible. I mean, when is the first opportunity that she has free in her schedule?
Like I said, her schedule is very, very busy. I think I don't see anything till next November.
Next November, crikey. Well, Madame Du, they are very good friends, and like I say, I'm sure if you explained the dream, she would drop everything that it's basically regarding her brother.
In your line of sight, you see Spencer standing, and he's like already almost jumping up and down and cutting his throat in the air. God damn it!
Yeah, it's not very subtle.
I'm certain, Ms. Carlisle, I will relay the message, and I'm certain that she would understand the importance, as you have stated.
Yes, I'm sure she will. In fact, is she there at the moment? Could you put her on?
No, she's not here right now. She is quite busy, as I said before.
Do you know where she is at the moment?
I'm not at liberty to say, sir.
Come on. I could make it worth your while.
No, it's nothing like that, sir. Please don't degrade yourself.
He's a con man. It's the kind of thing he does. Oh dear.
Is that all, sir?
And yeah, I'm guessing that's all for now. Will she be back today at all?
I'm not liberty to say, but
Okay.
thank you for your call and good day, sir. Click.
Okay.
Hopefully, he just thinks you're a prank caller and doesn't say anything to her.
I stare at you.
Yeah, that was kind of not the intent of sending the dream to just call attention to it immediately. We want the dream to speak for itself, and then we just show up like a portent of our arrival. It was a little too on the nose.
Oh dear.
Well, that worked out fine. Yeah.
Let's just show up.
I'm not very well. What can I say?
I guess we need to find out maybe like where she frequents and see if we can.
Yeah.
If we know she's attending some kind of a party or something, maybe we can bribe someone to get an invite.
Yeah. So she does have, like I said, she does do social functions. So there are parties and stuff too.
Yeah.
Would there be anything maybe in the sort of glossy magazines which might have something in there about any upcoming parties?
Yeah, there's always parties. So definitely there are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the like a social events in the newspaper that are listed.
Yeah.
And if she's prestigious enough, they may actually flaunt her attending.
Yeah. Yeah. So those are all definite venues if you wanted.
To the library. Oh, wait.
So this
would
be a place where you can, if you want to, you could also do contacts, or even you could say Vicky Vale could be a fashion reporter. So she might have contacts too. So you can reuse that, and she's local, so you're in New York, so it makes sense.
Yeah, cool. I'll find a paper and give her a call.
Just
are we sure we want to let you make the call?
Yeah. She knows me. She knows me. She's cool. Yeah, I should put a call into Vicky.
Okay. Oh, Harvey, you called again? I was about to get into disguise and go visit that Fat Mabel's.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you're on that. Just a quickie. Miss Carlisle, you haven't heard any rumours of where she might be today, or any parties or social gatherings?
Oh, Carlisle. Oh, let me check, because I'm following the society. I'm doing the society papers and parties and stuff, but I thought this would be my big break into real news.
Yeah, cool.
But she goes, why don't you roll your luck?
Right, yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's not good.
I missed it by 3. Oh.
Too bad you can't spend luck to get luck.
Yeah.
So it's not very soon. Let me roll some random dice. There's one in 3 days.
And where's that one at?
They're having some socialite party, winter party. And it's New York City somewhere. Probably one of the big high-rise buildings. And you have to dress up, right? Everybody has to dress up.
I like dressing up.
It's like, white tie, right?
Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, just for the info. But you haven't heard anything else on the grapevine where she likes to hang out or where she might be?
Oh, she's she's seems to be very popular recently. After her brother had been declared dead, she's been spending more time with the businesses, and the rumors are she's quite a business-headed woman.
Quite the rarity.
Yeah.
It is the 20s.
Spencer agrees.
You guys all putting your ears near the
Oh yeah. We now have to take control over Harvey.
Right. We need to know if we need to get the
case.
phone out.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me at all, actually.
So you're all gathered around the receiver, right?
Yeah.
You'll have to excuse all the heavy
Who are those
breathing.
people? There's a private conversation, Harvey.
I've got a few friends squeezed in the phone booth with me. Don't worry. It's raining outside. But yeah, thanks for your help and good luck with your.
So did you want to go to this party?
Yeah, can you get tickets at all?
Yeah. They do want. It's like one of those charities. They want. They're charging $20 a plate, Harvey.
Yeah, that's okay. I've got that.
God damn it.
Would you like to come as well, Vicky? Because I know you might want to try and get some, some juicy gossip for the paper. So if you want to come as well, I can get you a ticket.
Oh, you want? Okay, sure, Harvey. It's a date.
Cool. I'll pick you up at 8.
Does he hang up?
I think he hangs up, right?
Oh my God, my elbow goes directly into his ribs. We need more witnesses.
Harvey, what the hell did we tell you about
Yes,
mixing
Harvey.
business and pleasure?
Look, I'm still on the phone, okay? I'm trying to get a date here. Don't mind my friends. Okay, what else did you want to know? Sorry. So we've got, well, she's going to be at this social event in 3 days' time.
Yeah, it'll be like the 22nd.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything else anyone else wants to ask whilst we're on the phone?
She doesn't specifically know her, so yeah, I don't think there's any info we can get about her.
But she can get you in, right? So if you're willing to pay $20 per head for the charity, then
sure, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of money back then. $20 is like a lot of money.
I know, but it's for charity.
It's a high charity, right?
Yeah.
I've got a good credit rating. So.
For the some, of course, orphans or something, but it'd be hilarious. It'd be like for the restoration of Shoggoth creatures of the deep.
Okay. So if that's 3 days away.
Yeah, that's 3 days because somebody didn't have good luck.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got another line of inquiry. I think we can pursue it. In the meantime, reading the handout on Erica Carlisle arriving in Africa, investigating her brother's disappearance. It has a name. Her companion, Miss Victoria Post, traveled with her down to Africa. So can we go look up Victoria Post and find out who this person is and try to find out where she works and maybe go meet with her?
Let's see.
That she's working in one of the businesses.
Yeah, because that might be an in too, right? Because if we go talk to her, she definitely has a means to directly reach Erica Carlisle. So if we go impress upon her that we're interested and we have a lead on the brother, she may make a phone call to Erica Carlisle and get us in.
Let me see if I can get some info on her.
do we need to start doing anything to make arrangements for overseas travel? Because I think we're thinking that's coming soon, right?
Well,
like getting passports and papers. And
yeah, you need passports,
luggage.
and basically there are frequent steamer ships that go to Southampton from New York City.
Uh-huh.
okay, this might be trivial, but one of the things I want to do while we're preparing for all this is I want to go find and get a shotgun.
Yeah, and then what's the legality for traveling with that? Is there a way that we can bring our weapons with us?
Oh,
No.
so
I suppose it depends what country you're going to as well, doesn't it?
So
They're legal there.
let's see.
I mean, is it likely that all of our bags are going to be searched by customs when we get into?
Here's the issue.
England?
If you're going to England, really no guns, except since you just brought it up, which is smart. You can get licenses for your like hunting rifles and shotguns, but no pistols, right?
Okay, no pistols.
No pistols.
Yeah.
Not even the bobbies carry pistols.
Yeah, the
Indeed.
bobbies don't carry pistols either.
Yeah.
So only rifles and shotguns, and the excuse is you're going.
Well, I mean, do we give a shit?
Yeah, because you won't be able to get in the country with them.
Well,
I mean, it
We
really just
can
depends on
smuggle them in.
Yeah,
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 you
how
do.
confident are you that you could secret one in, right? If you
Yeah, I
maybe
mean-
have a hidden compartment built into a a steamer trunk.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that type would be fine, but you can't probably just hide in your luggage. They'll find it. But if
Yeah.
you
No,
smuggle it
I would take special care of my luggage to make it yeah.
So here's the thing. Since you all work for the olive oil company,
yeah.
and the olive oil company is based in the headquarters is in Italy, probably somewhere in Sicily, I think.
Oh, really?
They know these rules and stuff, and if you don't have a special weapon that you have particular attachment to, because a lot of times after you do a job you break up the weapon, you throw it away. So even if you do keep a weapon longer than normal, it is sort of frowned down upon.
But I mean,
They're used to, if you do need to do a job, you have contacts where you can probably get a hold of weapons for temporary use. And
even in other countries?
well, you know, the olive oil company has a lot of business partners. Like, remember when you guys went to Mexico?
Uh-huh.
It's sort of strange. It seems like the olive oil company just sells product all over the world.
Product.
Well, we probably know the craze.
So whenever we're
Okay.
traveling, can we make an arrangement to have the whatever weapons we need there?
So
Right.
that's the difference. If you bring stuff, you know you have it. If you want stuff, they may not have exactly what you want, or they may not have enough, right? It's
But
like
if we
they have-
call beforehand, that's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah,
then they have time to organize it.
yeah, though there's a higher chance they'll get it, you know, because some of the stuff you want is already illegal. So
Uh,
it's not like,
Yeah,
oh, go
but-
pick up a 6-pack. It's like, oh, can we have like 5 38s? So it's like, we'll try.
But they will let me into the country if I have a shotgun or a rifle for hunting.
If you get the license before you go.
All right. How long does it
Yeah.
take to get the license?
I need that.
Months?
Mm,
Or can I just go to the sporting goods store and go to the right window and
I'm not sure, so I think just as long as you're aware, and I guess I would think it's in the frame of a week or something like that.
Okay.
But
And what
I know
about my
you
sword?
guys- I know somebody's really injured, so you probably want to wait for. Well, the travel time's not that bad. I looked it up. It's like 4 days to cross the Atlantic.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not enough time to do any real research on our books and read the
But
books.
you
that
can
we
read
have.
some. You can read some of the books, and that's a thing too. Later, we'll find out what you're taking with you.
Okay, so we definitely try to get a license, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, is it like a hunting license?
whatever I need to explain the fact that I have a 12-gauge shotgun.
Same here.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, is it that just 12-gauge shotguns for everybody, or what?
All right, well, that's pertaining to me. We also might want to get the fixings for Molotov or other flammable type combustible.
I think that's easy to buy, especially in England. That'd be easy to buy.
Yeah,
I mean,
just gasoline in bottles.
Yeah,
Are you sure you want to do that? Because I heard one of your old crew got.
What?
You feel a heat rising in the back of your neck?
Yeah, I heard one of your old crew met an untimely end with a Molotov.
Oh, yeah. Spencer Nunes grins and looks into the distance. Yeah, those were the times.
What about my sword cane? Is that disguised enough that I don't really need to worry about getting it through?
I was thinking the same.
I think that's probably okay, right? That's not a big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm more of a hand-to-hand person. My firearm skill is really dire, so I was thinking of maybe getting a flick knife, which is disguised as a pen or something.
Yeah, those are fine, right?
Yeah. In this time period, you could probably get a big old Bowie knife, and then it probably just has the novelty of it.
Yeah, as long as it's in your luggage.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with my scalpels and all my pointy, sharp things, right?
Those are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that you don't pull out a flamethrower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start all the paperwork on that. The permissions for the shotguns,
Yes.
and make sure all of our travel documents, passports are in order. Do we have? No one has any contacts in England, right? Already.
What do we need?
To make sure that we can have our lodging already taken care of, maybe a car already provided for us, waiting for us. Yeah, you can
call ahead for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, and we should like we just established, we should try to get other weapons because I'm shit with the shotgun. So maybe call actually ahead and say that we need I don't know, a decent pistol or whatever, and see what we get.
So you want one pistol? Okay.
Well, I don't know what the others want.
Yeah, is there anyone else that specializes with a pistol? It'd be better off having a pistol.
Yeah,
I'm pretty good with a pistol.
Okay, we probably want another one then.
So two. Okay.
Yeah.
And some ammo.
Of course.
Yes.
Here's your pistol. You didn't say anything about ammo.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey, wait. Oh, and I forgot to specify it has to be working, right? Did I specify it has to be working?
Oh.
You didn't mean a child's toy?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Morgan. I expect everything, so come on.
But you know what it's going to boil down to, right?
What?
Think.
I'm a woman. What do you expect?
If it's not a skill on your sheet, it's a.
Huh?
It's a luck roll.
Oh, God damn it! Okay.
Because the guy getting your weapons can always be held up by the police or robbed by.
What's my luck here?
But we'll do it when you get there. It's always when you get there.
Oh no, but I made my roll now. No.
It's always when you get there and they hand off the thing, they give you that oilcloth, and then you do your luck roll and you go like, "What's this piece of shit?" Or
damn it.
Oh,
okay.
Well, and I would think right now, like in Europe, in the black market, it's probably flooded with weapons from World War I. I mean, it's probably, you know what I mean? There's probably a lot of weapons floating around.
Yeah, but we don't want them to explode on us. So.
And the majority would be rifles, right? And the single rifles back then.
A lot of pistols too. I mean,
the pistols are more offensive, I assume, right?
Because I remember I would tool around in old pawn shops and I would see revolvers and stuff from World War One.
But typically,
Wow.
that's what they would probably have and things like that.
Yeah.
All them films was the main one, I think, weren't they?
Yeah,
Well,
I think we'll be able to get them. If we need them, we'll be able to get them, I think.
Yeah,
From a historical perspective, I think the Browning automatic was even started in World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's possible we might even get some machine guns. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If
you have the right
if lucky
contact and enough
enough.
money. Yeah.
Yeah. If we roll lucky enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, it's the I really want to bring a Tommy gun. Then you probably want to smuggle it in a steamer trunk
Oh,
somewhere.
that's right. We needed a flamethrower. So you got some authenticity for that video.
Yeah. No, a flamethrower. Hey, it can't be worse than a Molotov cocktail.
It's a Molotov cocktail you wear. That can be very dangerous.
Yeah.
Again, Harvey gets a chill in the back of his neck.
You think it's like a premonition chill?
So can we find this?
Reincarnation thoughts.
Can we find this Victoria Post? Is she someone that we are able to?
Yeah, it's like on the article. It's like a personal assistant. She actually works for.
Okay.
Well, not or a friend. It's a companion. So she's probably with Erica Carlisle, right?
Well, let's see if we can get access to her. She may be easier to meet.
How are you gonna try to do that?
First, go look her up in the library and see, you know, where her family's from, where she lives, what her education and job is.
Why don't you do? You're gonna do the research?
Sure.
Why don't you do a research roll? Library use.
Library use. Okay. 79. I think I just got a normal success.
Oh, okay. There's not much about her. Apparently, she's a widow, and not that much info. And you think she might? You can't find an address or anything for her. So she might be one of those people that live at the Carlisle residence.
Widow, huh?
Yeah, can we look up the name of her ex, her deceased?
Say Roger. Roger Post.
And see maybe where he lived, if they have an estate somewhere.
Why are you doing our library use then?
Okay. 20, so that's a hard success.
Yeah, you get some info that looks reliable.
Okay, well, let's go check that address then. See if we can possibly find her there.
Why don't you do a luck roll then?
Okay. Yeah, the dreaded luck roll, 26. That makes it.
Ooh.
So you expect maybe she's there, or a relative is there, right?
Okay.
That's what you were expecting, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you really sort of hoping she's there.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's say you go there. It's a small cottage. You're just gonna you go up there, or everybody's going up there?
Well, I mean, if it's just a small cottage, we probably don't want to show up like a horde. Right? I mean,
well, I mean, we could go with him and just hang back in the car if he needs us. He can let us know.
Okay.
Unless there's something we should be doing elsewhere, like.
I was thinking, how many days is it till this function starts?
the charity event?
Yeah, because it was 3 days away. So
Yeah, you're on the 20th. The charity ball event is on the 22nd.
Right.
And this is something we're all going to?
Depends on how many tickets you want to buy. Because Vicky Vale will buy the tickets that you want. You know, you will pay for it, but she'll help you purchase them.
Are they refundable? Like, is there cancellation within the last 24 hours?
No, it's a charity event, so
Okay.
once the money's in, it's gone.
All right.
That's like $20, you said?
Yeah.
And I need to get a monkey suit, a penguin suit, rather.
Yeah, it has to be it's white tie. It's above just regular tie, right? It's like tux type.
Yeah.
Do they have rentals here?
Back then,
Yeah.
there probably is. But
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this is like tux and tails, right? This is really fancy.
Yeah, I'll have to rent one then, because I'm not buying one.
You know, the rentals one don't look as nice as real one.
I don't care.
You will be noticed. That's all.
I will be noticed.
Well, being as it's not that far away, I'll just hang back, just try to sort out a suit for that.
Yeah, because it takes a while for that kind of thing to be done. Because in that era, a lot of tuxes, even if it's off the rack, you still have a tailor that has to go through and fit it, and that could take days.
Mm.
I'm just gonna get a rental.
You can get a rental, okay?
Yeah.
I imagine that Spencer has one.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, as long as you're. I think if your carrying's 50 or above, you probably have one somewhere.
Cool. Well, I shall sort of get mine out of the wardrobe and just make sure it's all hunky dory and sort of get it spruced up a bit for the big occasion.
So yeah, so if Nate wants to go talk to the lady, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be going to get fitted for a rental.
Okay. Timmy Boone and Tails.
Timmy and Tails. That's like a kid's book almost, man. It's like Timmy and Tails and the Mystery of Cthulhu.
And this Doom has her. Does she have like some sort of dress that's all sparkly?
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Sequins.
Sequins and like feathers, right? Doesn't have to have. Like,
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, of course she has.
But it's long, right? Please.
with feathers, and does it have the long train that goes behind?
Yeah, and like one of those boa things, and
And no cleavage, please. What? That's a concern.
I think she has lots of cleavage, right?
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I want only pretty views on that nice night. I don't tell her that, of course.
yeah, best.
So I think Nate's going up the walkway by himself.
I guess so.
Yeah, so there's a cottage. There's like the stone paved walkway, right?
Okay, I'll walk up. Is there any evidence of anyone outside, or what kind of individual lives there?
Not outside. Probably you think somebody's it's occupied. Like there's either a light's on or some smoke's coming out the chimney or something.
Okay. I'm gonna have like my professorly bag of documents and like a document case and a notebook under my arm.
What's your credit rating?
20.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
So you knock on the door or ring the doorbell?
Yeah, whatever the standard. If there's a knocker or a ring or whatever. Yeah, either one.
So this woman answers the door. She looks sort of like higher class than your class, right? From the clothing and everything. So she's a little more made up. And it's like a little bit out of place for this neighborhood. Like the neighborhood's a little lower down than what she looks like. And she goes, hello. And she's like staring at your papers and books and stuff.
Good morning, ma'am. Very sorry to disturb you on this fine morning. However, I'm here on an item of professional business. I work for New York University. I'm a professor of archaeology and anthropology, and some of my previous studies and consultation have been regarding the expedition that Miss Victoria Post took to the darkest Africa in search of a lost expedition, and I wanted to speak with her about some information I have.
Oh, well, I'm Victoria Post.
Oh, wow. Well, quite lucky to have reached you. Yeah, this was the last point of contact I was passed for you to try to reach you. We have some new information that's come to light regarding the expedition, and I wanted to consult with you about it and see if possibly we could find out a bit about that expedition that you took and maybe cross our information and find a new point of reference that would benefit everybody.
Oh, well, I think you should talk to Miss Carlisle about that.
Oh, she was with you on the trip?
Yes. No, it's actually the opposite. I was with her on the trip.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, yeah, she may be very interested, specifically regarding the information we have, considering that the trail in trying to locate her brother had gone cold, but this new information may heat it up a bit. If the problem is we have no means of contacting Miss Carlisle.
I see. Well, why don't you give me your card and I'll talk to her.
Okay, I'll give her my card that has my my department number at the university, so someone would answer.
Yeah,
take a message for me. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll give her all my contact information.
And why don't you do a psychology check?
Psychology, I don't think I made it. My psych isn't that good. No.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can hand her the card. She says she'll contact him, and everything's fine. This is great.
Thank you very much. All right. All right. I guess I'll just periodically call my office and see if there are any new messages for me.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I can't think of anything else.
You need a tux if you're going to the...
Yeah, I definitely need a tux.
So I assume this is probably by this time everything you guys are doing it'll be mid-afternoon on the 20th. Doing anything else?
Do we have any interesting literature to read?
Yeah, so Doom bought a whole bunch of books, but
okay.
Yeah. All the books by Elijah Jackson, and you can kind of see which ones are interesting if you look on the handout section.
Okay.
You see there's books that will give you a +1 on anthropology and or psychology +1.
Yeah, it gives you how long it'll take to read too, I think.
Yeah, 1 month to read.
Yeah, maybe later then.
Yeah, they're books. They're not like...
Why not?
Well, I'm still reading Africa's Dark Sex, right?
Yeah.
Reading it or looking at the pictures?
Yeah.
I already looked at the pictures. Now
you're only reading it for the articles, I know.
Yeah. You should look at the size of it.
It has that fold out in the middle.
No, yeah, I was planning on reading that because we want to know that spell, right?
Yeah. Oh, you want to create your own zombie?
Yeah, I want a zombie.
Don't look at me.
You're still alive. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yet.
We're gonna need like a crate of chickens for that one spell where you can destroy the zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
we need to talk to Michelle and see if she'll lend you her book. She paid a lot of money for the book.
Yeah, but we actually don't know about chickens, right?
Yeah, you don't.
No.
So the great thing about that create zombie spell is if a player character dies, they don't necessarily have to leave the game. We just we get a lot of makeup, and we have like a Weekend at Bernie's character.
That's what I'm saying. Don't look at me. I'm scared.
Well, if you turn off your manicam,
Huh?
if you stop portraying like showing the portrait of Spencer,
Why?
we can see your makeup and then.
What do you want with my makeup?
Oh,
What?
the gothic makeup, kind of zombie-like.
I'm not gothic. Please. Leave it alone. Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with being a goth.
I know. I was one, but yeah.
That's what I'm referring to. You know how to.
Yeah, but I'm normal now, more or less. Can we continue?
Yeah, so we'll just wait, I guess, until the party, unless I hear anything otherwise from my office.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's still 2 more days. Do you want anything research or just?
Yeah, is there anything else we can research?
I might get into.
Oh, there were a few more characters we're going to research, right? Wasn't there a psychologist?
The psychoanalyst that went.
Yeah.
We wanted his file on Carlisle.
Yeah.
Maybe he has an office here, or had an office, because he's also supposedly dead.
I was thinking of maybe getting in touch with sort of Vicky to see if she had any luck infiltrating the speakeasy as well.
Oh yeah. Maybe she's not even alive anymore.
So you want to look up Robert Ellington Houston?
That's a psychologist? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Just you, or who else would want to research this?
I can help.
Yeah, just do library research, library use.
Okay.
45. So let's see. That's a
43.
Library use.
Regular success or?
Hard success.
Hard success, okay. No police record, no military service. Youngest of 3 sons. Father was a Chicago MD. Graduate of honors from Johns Hopkins. And after 3 years in circulatory ailment practice, he went to Vienna to study under Freud and then under Jung. He's one of the first Americans to undertake this esoteric and controversial study of the mind, which dealt with sexual behavior, and no respectable person could talk about it. So Houston seemed salacious and had a dangerous past. He had elegant manners and a sardonic wit, so he was much in demand in the New York City social scene. He established a practice in psychoanalysis catering to the very wealthy. His fees were whispered to be $50 to $60 per visit, when most college professors make $4,000. That doesn't seem right, but that seems wrong in the book. But that's
400.
That sounds high.
Yeah, who wrote this thing? Yeah, I think it's off by a 0. But Women found him suave, handsome, sensitive, perceptive, and sexy. One of his patients was Roger Carlyle. And he went on the expedition with Roger Carlyle in order to continue his treatment of Roger Carlyle.
You know, I wonder, we might not have a whole lot of success getting the information because, you know, the whole doctor-patient privilege thing, it's privileged information. But if we can get in good with Erica Carlyle, since she's a family member, she could probably request.
But he's supposedly dead. He went with him on the expedition. So if we break into his office, we may.
Oh, he's gone on the expedition?
Suggest that.
He's missing?
Yeah.
Go to his office, find out where it is, and see if there's.
Yeah, but I mean, his office. How long? The expedition was how long ago? Years ago, right?
Yeah, it was years ago.
I mean, his office isn't going to be like totally preserved, and I mean, maybe maybe the records would be somewhere.
But maybe someone took over because practices are usually sold to other doctors.
Yeah.
And they take over the patient, so the file works might still exist.
Yeah. Yeah. If it works in maybe a firm or something.
You're the doctor, right?
Yeah.
You know that his files have been boxed, marked, and stored in the Medical Affairs Board.
So I wonder, as a licensed physician, can Spencer get access to that?
Only the doctors, the patients, or a doctor showing good cause.
Yeah, so can we forge somehow a good cause?
If you forge, you've successfully forged.
Is there a forge skill, or is it, what is that skill?
He probably treated Doom.
I've got an art and craft of 30 for painting and drawing, so I could try and sketch something.
I have a photography skill of 50, so we could take a picture if we want to do a group task and create the proper document that way.
What are we forging? I didn't get that.
We want to forge a document that he treated me, for example, and so that I
Who?
could get Doom.
Oh, okay.
So that she would get access to his records to look at her own personal files.
Yeah,
but then we probably only get your personal
records,
files.
which don't exist.
Yeah, but if we get access to the files, we could get them ourselves. No?
So where is that thing stored in the medical what?
Medical Affairs Board.
Can we break in?
Who's sitting there?
I mean, the Medical Affairs Board is probably a pretty heavily fortified and manned office. I don't think it's a place you could easily break into.
Yeah, I was thinking of if I maybe have a contact there now, but
no, just.
No, we should find a cause why we need that.
Is it like, what do you normally have to present to the board to get access to records?
Either you're an heir of Dr. Houston, you're one of his patients, or somehow like you get a note saying, I'm the new patient, a new doctor for this patient, I want to see this patient's records, right?
So it would be enough if we proved that I was one of his patients.
No, but you only get your record, right?
Yeah. Maybe we can say that Spencer was one of the other doctors of Mr. Carlyle, and he just wants to
cross-reference another doctor's notes and records.
Yeah, because this is still troubling him even after Mr. Carlyle's death, but he still wants to get. Yeah, he wants to know.
Maybe it's better to pose as a relative.
Yeah, but everyone knows who is a relative of Carlisle.
Yeah.
Of Carlisle, yeah, but not of the doctor. A
Oh,
relative of the doctor. I could it be his mom, or I don't know. Do we have someone really young?
mhm.
Can't, I like. Can't you pretend that you're a new doctor on the block and Spencer and try and get in that way? Try and
Try to get the whole shit, the whole
yeah,
10
you know,
boxes or what?
because
There's no
like
relation.
because you're a doctor and you know sort of doctory things. It
Well,
might be, you know, if you can like disguise or try and make out that you're a new doctor in the practice and that kind of thing, and try and bluff your way in.
I'm wondering if there's a way, like, is there a way to say that maybe Spencer bought the practice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or works for it. I mean, did the guy work alone, or did he have his own private practice, or did he work with other people?
No, it must be his own because all his records got locked up, right? If he has a partner, it'd still be in the
Yeah.
practice, right?
Yeah, and he was too famous for that, so we would.
Oh, and especially remember he treated people for like Freud and Jung stuff, and people talk that it's about sexual stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's very sensitive, right?
I would try and pose as a relative of the doctor himself.
So how are we going to show proof of that?
Well, that would be what we have to forge,
Yeah.
like a birth certificate or.
Let's say I've got a 30 skill in sort of sketching and painting.
Yeah, Harvey was already very helpful today, so
What skill is forging in Cthulhu? How
It's
do you
art
forge?
craft, probably. It's under art craft.
Yeah.
You pick
So
specialty.
Like I said, I went into photography, so if it's something that requires a picture, I'm your guy. But
they didn't even have IDs with pictures in
Yes,
that
I'm sorry.
time.
but if we could get a hold of one, see what one looks like, and then see if we can put it together. I could probably talk to like Vicky to see if we could use one of their sort of presses, printing.
I think this might be easier just to wait until nightfall, like at 11:30 or something like that, and go in and break and enter.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not a
that's what
BD
I-
guy, so
I think we have a chance there. I don't think it's probably a really busy office, but it's not Fort Knox.
Well, I would
Well-
imagine it's a storage facility of some kind, more like a warehouse than an actual
Yeah.
office building. Yeah.
They probably have this whole floor in an office building or something.
It's
Because
probably
they're a
harder.
board, they have more than just records.
It's probably harder to find the file on our own than getting actually inside.
Yeah, maybe we should just try that first. Try break and entering, and if that doesn't work, we can
Yeah.
rely on Harvey's forging.
Is someone good at B&E? Is someone good for lock picking and sneaking in?
Yeah, Juve, who's not here yet.
I mean, I can pick a lock, but it's still. I'm still not as I'm a little rusty at it, but I can do it.
Well, we used to be all criminals. What happened?
Yeah.
We're not soft in our old age. Yeah.
All right, so are we gonna head over and attempt a little?
Can we do research on the building to see if if we would? Yeah. Let's do that first and see if it would be possible. Maybe
All right.
try and get some blueprints or whatever.
The Medical Affairs Board is on Park Avenue on 61st Street. The board office is on Suite 1002, which probably tells you it's on the 10th floor.
Mm-hmm.
They're open 6 p.m. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. So they close at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And they open at 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. is their office hours.
Okay, can we find a blueprint of the building if there's is there anything else on the 10th floor?
Yeah, they're oh, it says offices. So they may have all the 10th floor then.
So we just what other offices would there be in the building?
Yeah, there's probably other offices there, but their main office is 1002.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
but there's probably a security guard downstairs, so we would have to get past him with an excuse to go to, I don't know, a bank or something that's located there on a different floor. And then we could work our way up to the 10th floor.
So yeah, on the 10th, I assume there's other companies up there. I don't think they have all of the 10th.
Okay.
Could we just disguise ourselves as a sort of janitor or something?
No. It's me you're talking to. No, well, could we find out if there's another office that's open that we could try and make an appointment with after 6 p.m.?
It's unlikely. In the 20s, they probably, most likely after 6, the building is shut down, right? Or that floor anyway.
Plus, this is the era of when every elevator is going to have a operator. So we're probably going to have to take the stairs if you want to avoid being seen.
And back entrance then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can we find blueprints?
Yeah. What do you want to look for on the blueprint?
If there is a back entrance somewhere or a fire escape we could use to get in.
Oh, you want to break in through a fire escape? Do a luck roll.
37. That's success.
Okay, so there's one you think may, from the blueprint, there's a fire escape that goes up to the 10th floor, but you don't know if it goes to this office or some other office or to a hallway. Well, it probably goes to a hallway, actually. So that's a way to get into the hallway, but probably not directly into the office.
And that sounds like a start. Who could open a lock?
I can.
Perfect. Anyone else going with?
I gotta go. So
Yeah, we all should go because it's so spacey there, and we might need every eye we can get.
Yep.
Find it.
I'll basically, because I mean, I'll go along just to keep an eye out, and if anyone's sort of coming along, I'll try and use one of my charm skill or something just to keep them talking whilst you're not
That's a good idea.
sort of messing around.
So
Yeah, and cough really loud if someone's coming.
Yeah.
when do you go there then?
Huh?
When do you go? What time?
We should go like at 3 or 4 o'clock at night because that's where the people are totally asleep.
Then we only have a little time space.
Yeah,
I would
that's
go a little
true.
bit earlier. Like
Yeah, that's true.
midnight to 1, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go near midnight. So you like hook down the fire escape to climb up. Remember the thing? It's still snowy, so there's like the metal, the fire escape metal is cold, right? It's really cold.
Mm.
Well, we have gloves on.
I hate the city.
Why don't you guys do a spot hidden?
Oh boy.
Ooh. I've got a a hard success.
Okay, I made a
Same
ring.
here.
Okay, and then I think it's a combination with the luck. So do a luck roll too. So tell me if you got both.
Nope.
Yep, pass.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, I got it.
So Timmy and Nate, you while going up the fire escape, you notice the building is mostly dark, right? Because it's after hours. But
Yeah.
you do notice that as you get closer to 10th floor, you actually get that telltale sign of a flashlight, like somebody doing the rounds, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So we want to wait till the rounds are over.
He will redo his round probably.
Well,
you-
I mean,
Yeah, but if he's doing a 10-story building,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you saw it on one of the floors as you were going up, right? You could tell it was like a flashlight, someone was waving it around and then going down a hallway, wave around again. And,
so this was on the 10th floor, or while we were going up?
while you're going up the fire escape. So you saw it on one of these floors. So you know there's at least one guard that
Do
does
we
it.
know what floor that was?
Let's say, well, it's going to be sort of random because I have more than one guard, right?
All right.
But you notice there is a night guard that does rounds. So yeah.
Who brought weapons?
Me.
Okay.
I got my brass knuckles.
I got brass knuckles. I got my switchblade. I got my 38.
I have sharp things.
Is it
I have
worth?
my purse.
Is it worth sort of watching if he's going up or down? Just you know, because if he's going down, then
You don't know. You just saw him on one of the floors. So
Yeah, there may be more than one.
So we're going to continue.
Yeah,
yeah,
Right.
we just have to be very aware that we need to set a lookout and someone who's in a position to ambush him if he comes up.
All right. So can we open a window,
Choke him out.
or is it going to require like a lockpick?
yeah, lockpick the window.
Okay. Here goes nothing.
Here we go. 30%, right?
I wish.
Oh no.
Oh nope, it ain't happening.
So you're not sure. You're like the window won't open. You're on the other side of the fire escape, right? You're on the landing, and you're trying to pull up the window, and it's not.
It's frozen.
Timmy, it's cold.
I guess we gotta break it.
yeah. You could push the roll, but
No.
if that fails, you'll probably break it
Yeah.
we
really
gotta break it.
noisily.
No, probably the stairs break off. So
Yeah.
forget it.
No. Probably if you push it, you'll break the window, and it'll be noticeable once the guard comes up to this floor.
Well, do we want to try a floor below and sneak up the stairs that way or something? Or
Is that a window with a curtain?
No, it's an office window, like to the
I'm
hall.
totally useless.
Fuck, we have to get in there. Damn it.
Yeah, just break it. We have to get in, period.
I'll take off my hat and put it on the window, and then sort of punch the window with my brass knuckle on.
I thought you were being. Didn't we bring like glass cutters and
I was
stuff?
thinking about that.
Sounds like you didn't.
Well, we're.
Can I make a luck roll and say, hey, like, wait, I remembered. Okay, yeah.
Someone note that down for next time.
Yeah. I want to use the hat to sort of
Okay.
to deaden the noise, if you like, to try and make
you roll your stealth. Roll your stealth.
Oh God.
Stealth, where is it?
We're the worst criminals.
Oh dear.
Oh, Harvey!
61.
It breaks. Yeah, it breaks.
Yeah.
And in this quiet office that's totally shut down, it sounds very, very loud. And you break it, and then like a piece of glass sort of falls, hits a ledge, and then on the inside and shatters on the linoleum floor.
I'll look at Doom and I'll whisper, I think we should euthanize him.
Just trying to think of a way to push the roll, but
Just one more chance. one more.
Well, you opened the window.
Well, yeah. I might make a bird noise or something to make it sound like a bird's hit it.
Usually birds don't make a noise after they fly into a 10-story window. It's like...
Anyway, it's open. Let's do this quickly.
That's for sure.
Go inside. Okay. Get inside.
Yeah.
Are we in a hallway or are we in a room?
You're in a hallway, and then down the hallway you'll find the 1002, right?
Okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I want to listen to see if I can hear the guard walking around.
Yeah, do a listen.
Everyone?
Well, he was listening for it, right? So
Yes.
a regular success?
Regular success.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
Can because I don't want to do the search, I want to keep an eye out. Could I go to one of the stairwells where I think he might come from and just lurk there, wait for him to
As a
come
lookout?
past?
Sure.
Yeah. And
So
if
the
he
stairwell-
comes past, I can just jump out on him.
Oh, you want to look for a place to hide and maybe jump out at him if possible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you find some place. We'll roll your stealth when we have to. You think you're hidden, so.
Well, that's good.
You do notice there's this really cold air coming in from the outside.
Oh, damn. Can we close? Oh, no, we're in the hall. Oh, no! Is there like
Put the head in the hole.
Is there like a wardrobe or something in the hallway for coats or whatever?
No. It's an office. It's a hallway in an office building.
So is there a separate door inside the office that we can shut just to like,
No,
compartmentalize
you're
this?
like at the end of a hallway, and there's a long hallway, and then there's offices on both sides, right?
Yeah, let's just get in the office and get this
Yeah.
over with, because
Yeah. And someone needs to
It'll get
stand
worse.
guard by the door where a guard would come up the stairs or whatever
Yeah, that's
so-
our way of doing.
Be like 10-10,
to ambush him.
10-8, 10-6, 10-4, 10-2, 10-0-0. On one side, and the other side's the odd numbers, right?
Did anyone bring a torch with them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know it's at nighttime.
Yeah, I assume you brought flashlights.
Yeah.
You should have assumed we brought a glass cutter.
No. That's a
No.
okay.
Tui, open the door.
Let's get to looking.
Yes.
Oh, you have to lockpick the office door.
Yeah.
All right, lockpick.
Yeah.
Don't fuck that up now.
Thanks.
No pressure.
God damn it, my dice hate me.
Kick it down.
Not just your dice.
You're strong, right? Can you?
Yeah,
I mean,
just kick it in.
yeah, it can't get worse anyway. So.
Yeah, I made noise already. Bang. Of course, awesome. I got a extreme success on that one.
Oh yeah, you smash it open.
Thank God.
All right, wham!
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Can I do a quick thing because they've made a noise?
Yeah, you know, you hear this smash from down the hall. Right?
Can I hear anything from down below? Like a guard, the night watchman maybe.
We'll get back to you. Let's let these guys in there first, and then get back to you.
Yes.
So you guys go in. The lights are off.
All right, I am going to stand by the door and kind of guard while the rest of them are looking.
Okay. Yeah, the door is actually, you kicked in the jam and it's sort of splintered and broken. So it's very clear there's damage, right?
From the outside as
From
well.
the window too.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll close the door, but I'll stand by the door to one side.
Okay. So let's start looking.
It's
I assume we see.
It's a library use roll.
Oh, damn.
And
So
I have
look up the doctor's name, right?
I have 06. That's a very
I'm good.
extreme
34. So I got a. Let's see. I think it's a hard. Let's see.
What, 94.
Doom had a what?
06. So that was an extreme success.
Oh, excellent. Okay, great.
So you're in there, you're looking around, and the office is just an office, and then there's another door, but that one's not locked. That goes, and then you see shelves with those cardboard boxes with lids, that rows and rows of those. With the 06 success, you realize that these guys are really good. It's very ordered, but there's also like some sort of card catalog. And so in the card catalog, you can find the right shelf, and then you can look at the labels and you find his files.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
So we
want to make sure that, like, when we find the box, we'll just take the files out and put the box back, so no one will ever know which one it is.
It's not just a box, because this guy has been in business for 3 years, and he probably has a couple hundred patients. So it's lots of boxes.
Yeah, but we just put it back. We don't take a box. We just put everything back where it was and only take that one file, right? That's what you wanted to say.
You want just Roger Carlyle file.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to
Harvey.
Harvey. We want to take the least amount of time possible, right? So how many boxes?
Yes.
How many boxes are under this guy's name?
Oh, for this guy, it's just a file. So you just have to find the file and get it.
Okay.
It's it's not that. It's a file compared to, like, there's like 10 to 15 boxes, but it's just a file in one of these boxes.
Okay.
Probably it doesn't use code names like Freud did.
No. Okay. We'll go back to Harvey.
Roger Ray Arlyle. Okay.
So Harvey, you were going to do a listen, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you roll your listen roll?
Yeah, passed.
Yeah. So you hear some people coming up the stairs.
People, as in more than one.
Well, you hear footsteps. So you hear footsteps coming up the stairs, like rapid footsteps.
Okay. But I can't determine how many people are on the stairs.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Right. Okay.
Maybe he's just running fast. He could be running fast.
Right. I'm going to wait on the off chance that it's just one person on his own.
Yeah. So you know what's funny? The floor beneath you, you see the flashlight waving, and then you actually hear the door from the stairwell into the floor below you open. And after a moment, the door closes again, and then you see the flashlight coming up the stairs. So it's like somebody checked the floor below you, and they were satisfied, and now they're going to check the 10th floor soon.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll stay hidden. Just waiting for them to come past.
Okay. So the idea, are you going to try to maneuver on him when he comes up?
Yeah, I'm going to try to grapple him. You know, sort of put my hand over his mouth kind of thing. And,
okay. Why don't you roll your stealth?
Oh, God. Oh, come on, stealth. Don't fail me now. Holy shit. Oh, I can't even use luck on that. 87.
Oh, okay. So you think you're hidden. as the guy's coming up the stairs, you're like, oh, I'm gonna jump him. His flashlight just like spotlights you. you're crouched there, right about to whack him, and he comes around the stairs, and the flashlight just hits you, and you know you're like in this beam of light right now.
Right. I'll just charge at him and sort of try to knock him to the ground, but making some noise as I do, so the others can hear me.
Okay. Roll your maneuver.
That's better. 19. So
is that a hard success?
That is. We're going on brawl, aren't we?
Yeah.
Brawl. Where are you? Unarmed. It's 45. So that'll be a hard, yeah.
That's good. So you're gonna tackle him or just?
So I pulled him to the floor.
Okay. So you're able to do that.
Yeah, but like I say, I was going to make, you know, sort of shout out as I did. I go, ah, you know, just so the others could hear me, so they know something's going down.
Okay.
You mean alert the other guards?
We don't know there's any more. We've only seen one torch. So
you guys, why don't you roll your listen roll? But you're like in another room, right? You went all the way around.
Yeah, I missed it.
I hear nothing.
right.
Wow, everybody in this room is making so much noise going through the boxes.
Yeah, you don't. You're pulling boxes, so you guys don't hear anything.
I have a regular success.
Yeah, but you're in the other room, so.
Oh fuck.
So you would be hard for you, and it'd probably be just a regular for David's character in the hallway watching. But he missed it.
I missed it. I didn't hear it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's still going on. You guys are still looking through the boxes. That's fine. So the other guy's gonna try to break out of your hold. What's your strength?
My strength is 17.
Oh, 70?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Roll your strength.
I got 15 this time.
Oh, so he's struggling, trying to get out of your grip, and he's still being held.
Radio. I'll try and persuade him.
What are you gonna tell him?
I'm just gonna put my hand over his mouth and just go shh.
That's persuasive. Give him a light kiss on the cheek while you do it.
You didn't see anything here. You did not see anything here. I'm going to reach into my wallet. I'm going to give you some money, and you did not see anything here whatsoever.
Harvey, you're the worst criminal. Worst.
You could start intimidating him with maybe nobody has to get hurt.
It's too late. Okay, roll your
I know.
persuade.
Give him your business card afterwards and say, if you need anything.
35. It's a pass.
Just a regular success.
It's a yes. It is. Yeah.
How much were you going to offer him?
I was going to give him. Actually, let's look at my money situation. $50.
50.
Wow.
so he stops for a moment. He goes, 100.
I'll punch him in the face.
He's gonna buy.
Okay, roll your attack.
Right, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, a critical fail. I've got 97.
Oh wow!
Harvey!
I rolled a critical. He fought back and he rolled a critical success. So,
Oh my gosh.
so,
There's a chance I hear this now.
so he asked for double the money, and you tried to punch him. So that's your response, and he actually punches you back instead, and he got an extreme success, which means he got a. He does max damage, so he did 7 points to you with his punch.
And at
You
that
refused
point,
to pay him.
Worst.
He's new to all this. He doesn't usually break into buildings.
Break into buildings and pay people money.
Oh,
That's the kind of burglar I want.
So is there a chance I've been hearing this fighting
Yes,
going on? Or
roll your listen now. I'll give you a bonus die.
Everyone?
No, just him.
Damn!
Looking out for you guys.
Oh, I'm making extreme success.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
So you heard this. I'll give you $50, and the guy says 100, and then you hear a smack, like somebody got hit.
All right.
oh dear.
Do I hear that it's Harvey going ow, or is it just a smack?
You heard somebody go ow, but
Don't recognize the ow.
I don't think you've heard Harvey get whacked before, right?
Oh,
Probably.
yes,
It's the first time he's actually took damage. So
all right. I am going to slip on my brass knuckles and go around the corner and see what's what.
Okay, so we'll go back to these two guys. So it's his turn to attack you, Harvey. So he's going to try to smack you with his flashlight.
yeah.
You gonna fight back or dodge?
I'm going to fight back actually. I got 48. Shit, that's. Do I spend luck on that to
Don't
get
you
a
have a
regular?
crazy talent you can use?
My talents are all kind of linguist stuff and.
No, I
Then
mean
why
your.
then why are you the guy on lookout?
No, your. I mean that what's that called, Morgan? That insane thing.
Oh, that's insane intimidation shit. Forgot I had that.
You have that. Oh man. Okay.
It's his phobia. Yeah, I might have to see red in a minute. I'm going to spend 3 luck to get a regular pass.
Okay, then do your damage to him.
So brass knuckles. So 1d3 plus 1 plus damage bonus. So got 3, 4. That's 5 damage.
Oh, that's pretty good. That won't take him down yet, but he's hurt. And then it's actually your turn because that was his attack. You hit him actually.
Right. In fact, how does this insane intimidation work?
You basically get a bonus die on intimidate.
Right. Okay. I'll try to intimidate him then. To just submit and just give up basically.
Or you're gonna beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, I'm just going to like foam at the mouth and just say, I offered you money, you wanted more, you've been greedy, so if you don't stop, I'm going to pummel you. And I have got. I can't believe I've rolled on the bonus dice. I've rolled the same bloody thing. But it's still a pass, I think. So
Oh, you actually got a pass?
hang on, let's just double check. Intimidate.
Don't make it so exciting.
No, I failed.
Oh,
So you threaten him like, oh, just give up or it's gonna be worse for you. And he like, there's just this gleam in his eye, and Timmy shows up.
thank
All right,
God.
I'm going to shine my flashlight in the face of the guard,
Okay.
and I'm going to tell him, get down on the floor.
Okay, intimidate. Roll your intimidate then.
Do you get any drawbacks of using these phobias and manias?
The same talent is. Oh yeah, if you fail, there's a drawback.
Yeah, I was going to say, because that's phobia and mania.
I do not make my intimidate.
Yeah, this guard is tough.
I'm like, hey, guy, knock it off.
But I forgot he failed his talent, so.
Am I going to have to be dragged off him or something?
Ah. Oh, I get to pick what happens when you.
Oh.
So I get to control you for a little bit when it's your turn. So we'll do that when that happens. So
Okay.
Timmy shines a light and says, give up, right?
Like, get down on the ground, and
Get on the ground.
he's like, no.
And he actually just grabs Harvey and puts the flashlight underneath his throat and choking him. And he says, "You give up, or I'm going to break this guy's neck." And Harvey starts crying and sobbing.
Oh, dear. Oh, don't make me laugh because I'll start coughing. Oh,
So, Timmy, what are you going to do?
So he's using Harvey as a shield, basically.
Yeah, and saying, "I'm going to choke this guy out if you don't give up."
Like, really? You're going to kill a guy? Really?
Yeah,
I'm going to try to persuade him not to kill Harvey.
You're already heightening the.
Is that really who you are? Did you go home and face your kids and your wife if you killed a guy? Huh?
And you hear him shout out like, "Fred, they're out here on the 10th floor."
Oh, balls. All right. I'm going to try to fake him out and say, what the hell is that behind you? He's like, what is that? What would that be?
That's a fast talk, and it's going to be really hard because
balls.
it's, right
all
now,
right.
it's very unbelievable if that happens.
It would be unbelievable because that's like one of my worst skills.
believe it or not, I used to use that trick in the.
Ooh, holy crap! Holy crap! All right, I have a 5% in fast talk. I rolled 5%.
Wow.
See,
Yeah,
Harvey,
but
that's how you do it.
But
You're putting all your hope on a 5%
here's
skill.
the issue. It's more difficult than just a regular success. So
I will spend luck.
I think you have to spend 4 luck to get a 01.
All right, I will do that. This is for you, Harvey.
So you're like, look at that. And you're like, what the? For some reason, like maybe there's some sound behind him, and he turns. Okay, so what are you gonna do?
A 3-headed monkey.
I'm gonna run over and knock him out with my brass knuckles.
You gonna hit him with the brass knuckles?
Yes.
Okay, it won't be opposed. It's like a surprise. Roll your attack.
Believe it or not, I've actually used that tactic when I was in the reenactment society. So if you went up against somebody fighting one-on-one, I'd actually say to them,
All right.
believe it or not, it used to work. I'd say, I'll point behind them and say, look, Elvis, and the amount of people that would turn around and look. And then you would just charge at them and just hit them.
So I got a hard success on my trying to knock the guy silly with my brass knuckles.
Roll your damage.
All right. Let's see. Okay, all right. Three. Wow. 8.
8?
8.
Wow.
Okay. So
Wow.
say, look over there. he turns, and then you sucker punch him right in the temple, and he just goes down.
And I straighten my tie. I go, that's how you do it, Harvey.
Harvey just scuttles in the corner and cries and says, "Oh my God, he was going to kill me."
Oh dear.
Meanwhile, you guys find the file and you guys head out.
Let's get the heck out of here.
Jimmy.
You hear some crying in the hallway.
Oh.
Come on, let's go.
I give that glance to Doom as I recognize Harvey.
Am I back in control, or are you still controlling?
Then you're back in control.
Right, yeah. I sort of get up and I sort of put my tie straight again and just sort of compose myself and just not a word to anyone about that. I'll say that
to me.
Yeah.
Mum's the word, man. You and me, we're talking this again.
And
never mentioned.
And I shake your hand.
All right.
So how are you guys going to exit?
Fire escape. I mean, the window is open now.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering, you say we'll take the stairs,
No,
I was going to propose that, but they were already out of the stairs, so.
So yeah, you guys get away.
Outside?
Did you find what you needed in there, by the way?
Absolutely.
No, we have to go in again.
What?
No, we're good.
All right.
Cool.
It says there's a handout, so let me see if I can find it.
Ooh, handout.
There better be a handout after all that.
Yeah.
Shame. Oh dear, it's been an eventful game.
Oh, you took damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. God, you're costly. Oh. Well.
You failed.
What's my skill? Hold on. Shit. Yeah, no.
Yeah, just tell them it's just a black eye. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Slap some meat on it.
I'm gonna step away for a minute. Okay.
Yes,
this is a funny part. I never saw a handout, but the thing says there's a handout for this, and I can't. Which is so weird because I've run this before. I don't remember a handout, and here in the text it says there's a handout for this. And I was like, oh, really?
Sometimes it's not even in the module itself, but in the appendix.
Yeah, I'm looking at the appendix. Yeah, and it doesn't give me the handout number either. So
that's suspicious.
I think this is it. Oh, this must be it. Handout 24. That's weird. But I'll put it on here. Probably can't read it, and then probably means I have to drop the PDF somewhere. Oh, it's a PDF. Oh, let me put it in the website then. It's a little hard to read because they made it look like an old typewriter. So that's a. So it should be there. I may need to add a subheading to this, but you'll see
Where
it.
on the website?
It's on the handouts page. It's almost near the bottom. It's right next to the handwritten thing now.
I think you put on one too many.
Oh yeah. Well, there's
Things to
another
do on a
page. It
ship.
looks like a it looks like a page of a manual, but that's
Yeah, it's a typewritten.
yeah. Okay. Let's see.
First meeting, January 11th, 1918.
Oh no, a tall, gaunt, dark man.
Do your teeth hurt?
Oh,
Which one is it? Oh, there. No. Huh? I don't see it.
refresh a page.
I did.
It's next to the last handwritten note by Elias.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Yeah, I just added a bottom thing saying notes from Dr. Houston on Rock.
Oh.
I don't know if that's actually.
What a dream.
And it's interesting that we found out the cult has the ability to send dreams, huh?
Yeah.
An unusual asymmetrical pyramid.
So, in addition to this, it has like his fee. He charged Erica Carlisle $90 a visit for her brother's sessions. And these are actually, I guess, summarized.
Do you think this dream could have been used by that bowl, maybe? Somebody could have
Yeah, it
used
could be.
Maybe it's why he went to Egypt. If the obviously, dreams of Egypt, maybe. And,
Yeah.
Or there is mentioned a priestess. Maybe.
Could I roll occult to see if I know anything about the things he mentions? Dark tall man or Maru or
No, they're too obscure, I think. Oh, the tall dark man.
That's
Cthulhu Mythos, maybe?
Yeah, that's Cthulhu Mythos. That's our out of game Cthulhu Mythos. But...
Yeah.
Oh, you made your Cthulhu Mythos?
No.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
But he seems to have seems to have had contacts to maybe a cult, because there is mention of a priestess. So maybe they went to Egypt to actually contact a cult for whatever reason.
Well, apparently Carlisle is drawn towards it.
Yeah. And maybe that priestess is actually directing him, because here the doctor says she's certainly a rival to my authority.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like he went against his will. Like he didn't want to be part of the expedition, but he got forced into it, right? Because
yeah, threatens exposure. What would that mean?
Pretense of analysis.
He probably did something wrong with a patient.
He probably did everything wrong, because he says, if I do go, all pretense of analysis surely will be lost. So pretense?
Pretense of analysis, as in like he's not real. He has an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
Than analysis.
Yeah. Wow. So he has these really weird dreams.
Yeah.
And Elias Jackson said or was it Jackson Elias, always said that they are going to open the gate or something.
Well, I mean, I have an inkling that the priestess may be
Anastasia.
Yeah, I have the only lady mentioned on the expedition is Miss Hypatia Masters, who was linked to Carlisle in the past.
Yeah, well, we did some research into her and just found out she was a girlfriend, right?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, but she's acting as photographer and archivist. But that's the only mention of any other lady other than the sister. That I don't know.
So also, this speaks to the ulterior motive of the psychiatrist, right? He says when he talks about this Anastasia, the priestess, he says he's obsessed with her because his exterior devotion is certainly one way to ease the tensions of megalomaniacal contradictions. She is certainly a rival to my authority. So, like, he's trying to exert authority over Carlisle and is having difficulty because of his other influence.
Yeah, but that could also just be the authority you have in an analysis, because you have a certain therapeutic relationship in which the analyst has some kind of authority over the. So that
true, but then the next statement he says all pretense of analysis will be lost. So so analysis wasn't the motive.
It was the cover.
Yeah. I mean, because think about it, if it was just analysis, this guy would never agree to go on some expedition to, Egypt.
Yeah,
no. He doesn't even know what he's going to be doing there.
If he goes along, what would happen as well? But of course, that's just for psychologists. If he does go, he screws up the therapeutic relationship, and in that way, all pretense of analysis is lost as well. You can't do analysis anymore on someone you befriended.
But it's written kind of. I agree with David, actually. I think it's written how he understood it.
Yeah, because there's no way this guy would go on an expedition if he wasn't trying to keep his control.
Yeah, because if he was actually if it was actually the meaning you said, Tom, he would have said maybe all my efforts into the analysis will be lost or something, and not all pretense of analysis surely will be lost, because the pretense will be lost and not the analysis will be lost.
I don't know if you have to, but it doesn't. I think
it does what?
I don't think it really matters at this point.
Yeah.
I'm hearing an echo.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's just the thing with the palms. It says extends his palms held upward, and there's a picture. Pictured on his left palm is his own face, and the right palm an unusual asymmetric pyramid. So I don't know. That just seems like some kind of calling.
Egypt.
Yeah.
But this guy studied with Freud and Jung. We didn't find any criminal records.
No.
For Carlisle? He's too rich.
No. For the psychologist.
Yeah. Maybe he was never. Maybe he was trying to do an analysis on his other patients, but maybe his goal with Carlisle was a different one. Maybe he was after his money, or
after his sister.
I was about to
who
say.
knows?
Does someone have their speaker on? What causes that echo?
I think it's Matt.
Should be. I've got earphones on.
Yeah, it's, are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to refresh my screen. Maybe that does anything.
I've got my headset on.
Test, 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 test.
I don't hear an echo, is it?
I hear myself.
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo too.
Okay. Let me mute mine and see what happens.
It wasn't Tom.
I can hear it as well. I'll plug my headset and then actually plug it back in.
Okay.
Test, test, test. Can anyone hear anything?
Yeah, that's better for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's gone.
Plug back in.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Well, I was muted, so is it back now?
Oh no, now you're breaking up, Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
It's you again.
It's me? Okay, I'll leave and come back.
Oh boy.
I think if he leaves, doesn't it close down because he's the host?
No.
No.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Oh, so it doesn't kill the broadcast if I leave and come back?
No, only if you stay longer than 5 minutes away, then it stops.
So
Okay, let's test while he's gone. Test, test. Echo.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testing.
What I was saying was we didn't find anything wrong about the psychiatrist. There's no criminal record or anything, and he graduated with honors at Johns Hopkins.
Yeah. Well, this is actually this is key information in that the fact that he didn't go with the same motives as the rest of the expedition, so he's an outsider. So like, you know, it lets us know that in the future, you know, if we find stuff from him, maybe he will be an ally. You know what I mean? Because he's got his own motive. He's not doing culty stuff. Doesn't sound like it.
We have to check on with the sister. When we get to her, we should check if she knows anything, what he could have meant.
Yeah.
Certainly, and also who this Anastasia person is, right? Because the sister should know everyone he had relationship-wise in his life, and if this person had such control over him, maybe the sister knows who she is.
Yeah.
So how many days out is it until the
2 more? 2 more, or you just wait, or unless there's nothing.
Well, and I'll check my office too and see if we have another message in another way. Talk to her.
No, it'll take some time for that. And then, who has the major wound?
I do.
So I think by the time of the charity event, you could roll your. Let me check what you have to roll to get rid of the major wound. I think it's. I can't remember whether it's a medicine roll or whether it's just the con.
Yeah, me neither.
So this general healing is like a D3 per day or something? Or what is it?
It's
No one.
It's one
Don't you have to do shit?
A shift? No.
No, a con roll. I can't find a word what con is. Constitution.
But let me.
Healing, natural healing is 2 hit points per day.
2?
In
Oh,
pulp,
because of
yeah.
pulp? Ah.
It's on the second. It's on the second page of the pulp character sheet. First aid is 1d4.
First aid 1d4.
Yeah, medicine is also 1d4.
I think we'll go to the die 4 because you guys are getting hurt a lot.
Holy shit. Okay.
It's a con roll for the major wound.
Okay.
I thought so. I don't remember.
It seems right.
Normal success.
I think that's all you need. So that gets rid of the major wound mark, and then you start healing normally.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, and then you'll get the 1 point a day, or if we do pulp, it'll be 2 points a day. I'm still not sure if I want to do 2.
All right.
Okay. Take the 4 points back.
So,
Yeah, I guess. Is there something we can research in the meantime? These names, right? Maybe, maybe someone at the university knows the names. The the name for the priestess.
Waru?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
then
feel that too.
yeah, I feel like I heard that somewhere already, but
we had one that was like where's it? Another handout. It was on the back of the business card for the import house. Silas N apostrophe Kwane. So it's another kind of that name, right? With the letter and then the apostrophe, and it's a like African type.
Yeah. Although Anastasia sounds very
Yeah, that sounds very
Western again. That's weird. Or maybe she has a Western name to fit in.
You'd also reach out to Professor Anthony Cowles and see if he is familiar with the name, if it rings any bells.
Using my poor linguist skill, can I determine the language of that word?
I think the what was brought up by, was it Nate? Nate.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. It's like, oh, it seems sort of like the other name that was written on that card, which belonged to the Juju house. So it's like some sort of maybe some African type name.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is odd because somebody said when they're rewriting the masks for 7th edition, they're going to change the names because the names they said are horrible.
Horrible in what way? They just don't ring well? Or?
They're not realistic and they're a little bit like stereotypes.
Oh, okay.
So they're names for when you go to the other countries, there's some really like laughable names. Like you're like looking at it like seriously. That was before the internet, so people had to make up stuff and start to look up a telephone book for that country. And
okay, so we have this. We still need the books from the safe, but we need to get to his sister for that.
Yeah.
I'm going through my notes, but yeah, we haven't heard about Muru before. Apparently.
What about the other members of the expedition? Can we, or did you try to find out something about them?
If I something else for Anastasia was the Russian princess that got away.
You don't want to suggest that she's a Romanov, right?
No. The other members of the expedition, Penhew, we have to go to London for him.
Okay.
Robert Houston was a psychoanalyst. We just stole his files. Hypatia Masters was the girlfriend of Carlyle, also photographer. And then there was Jack Brady, who wasn't famous or anything.
Was he the one?
We got some info that he was seen somewhere, right?
Yes, that was the one.
Yes.
That,
Jack Brady was seen alive
by
a few years.
Yeah, but I think you're right, guys. I mean, you start putting the pieces together, right? So this cult that now we have a link, at least name-wise, the type of name with that hyphenated first name. So that if this woman was a priestess of that cult, And now we know that cult had the ability to send dreams and influence people through dreams, right? And Carlisle was being kind of controlled through dreams.
Mm.
That seems to be a bit of a coincidence, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I guess we just hope we get an audience with.
So do you
Erica
want to
Carlisle.
jump to the charity event?
Yeah, if there's no message from her from my office, sure.
Yeah. So let's.
Is there anything else that we can do? I don't think so.
I can't think of anything.
I was going to sort of thought about getting in touch with Vicky to see what she found out at the
Oh yeah, do that.
The speakeasy, yeah.
speakeasy.
See if she's still alive.
I hope she is because she's got our tickets.
She'll be still alive.
So yeah, sort of drop her a line and
Yeah, she'll be here.
see what she's got for us.
So she tells you she's having problems getting into the speakeasy because it's in Harlem, and she says she sticks out like a sore thumb there.
Right.
Shoe polish.
Oh boy. Tom.
Doom.
Oh, dear. All right, so right, just wondering if there's any other way we can get you in there.
None of us is black, so let's
Yeah.
go. We could go there.
I don't think we want to go trudging in the lair of the cultists. So what would we gain other than identifying ourselves to them? We want to avoid them at this point.
Yeah, they already know us. So.
Yeah, we just wanted to make it harder for them to persist,
actually,
right? So
can Vicky sing at all? Because if she's a good singer, maybe she could be hired as doing some entertaining there one night singing. Maybe.
Oh, just randomly show up and says, "I want to be a singer at a black speakeasy."
She might have a really good singing skill. I don't know.
I saw Batman. She doesn't have a very good.
Yeah.
she should just send in a colleague who maybe fits in.
Oh, she goes, "Oh, that's a good idea." Oh,
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have to work on that. But let's get you into this charity event first.
Yes.
How many days have passed by for the charity event since I got hit?
Oh yeah, it's 2 more days, so get back 2 more points.
Sure.
I don't look mashed up that much anymore.
Would there have been many black journalists at that time?
Probably
For a
very
black
few.
paper. For if any, they may be a local Harlem paper or something. So
Right.
Yeah, but maybe she knows someone, and
yeah, she said she'll look into
maybe
it.
they can share stories. He gets the story for his paper, and she gets the story for hers.
Yeah, true.
Or she could just hire a friend maybe to go in and check it out for her and just tell her what's going on, maybe. If she's got any friend, close friends that are willing to, do a favour.
Yeah, she'll take care of that. So here, the event's going to happen. How do you want to approach Erica Carlisle? She'll be there, and there'll be people hanging around her and stuff like that. So you definitely have access to the event.
Yeah, I think we want to.
Maybe you want to keep me away from her.
Yeah. I think we want to just. Yeah, I think we want to just like go up to her, socialize, close to her for a bit, observe her. First, we want to observe her demeanor. You know, how is she approachable? Is she not approachable? Is she blunt? You know, we kind of want to get a feel for what our window of opportunity will be to approach her.
Well, maybe we should send her the dream again the day before we go. So if she's had a dream repetitively, then maybe it would be stronger.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Could we still do that, Morgan?
Mm-hmm.
Can you spare the points? I mean, is it pretty brutal to cast the spell?
They come back every day.
Oh, okay. All right. Then, yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Standpoint, that's all.
Okay. Yeah. Then that would be a good thing to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that then.
Why don't you, like, you can add to the dream? She can have an image of her brother Carlisle calling out to her saying, "Help me, Erica."
Yeah, that's a good one.
So you can read how the spell works. It has to be a short, specific dream.
Yeah.
Single scene or image or emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would work. An image of her brother saying, "Help me, Erica." We could also have him say, "Trust them; they can help."
Okay. So subtract the sand point. We won't worry about the magic points because you'll get those back. And then roll your POW. Tell me what you get.
A regular success.
Okay, so you guys go park near her estate again, off to the side. You hide the car. You light up this bowl that has this green smoke, and you try to do the sending. And you find her, but as you try to push the dream into her, you feel like she's like resisting it this time. And it's just like it slides around her. It doesn't quite. You don't think it went into her head. Like you may have touched her with it or something, but it sort of slid around her.
Could I push that? Because I'm a medium, I would have experience with such things, with spirits fighting back, and I would, if I sense it, I could probably focus harder.
So on a push, if she beats you again, then she may be aware that you're trying to do this to her. That's the risk. Right now, it's just a weird dream she somehow is ignoring. But if you push this and she beats you, she's going to know that somebody's trying to manipulate her.
Yeah, maybe maybe that's not so bad.
Yeah, we can use that actually for us then.
How?
That we can mention that in our conversation, saying that we know that there are things going on which are dangerous and which are not normal. People having weird dreams and being influenced, and we know about this and we can help.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we're already in a position of advantage because we've succeeded once before, right? So why risk putting ourselves at a disadvantage? It seems like we have more to lose than gain.
But would she know that?
It wouldn't be a disadvantage.
Yeah, would she know that it's Madame Doom?
Maybe, especially if it's a push and a failed push.
Yeah, I'd say leave well enough alone. We tried. It didn't work.
Wait,
it didn't work.
Do I get my bonus die for arcane insight for spells?
Oh, what's this? That's just to throw or to learn, right? I mean,
I don't.
look up
I'm not sure.
I suspect that's more for learning. This is
Arcane.
let me see.
Half the time required to learn spells and gain bonus die to spell casting rolls.
Yeah, that's to cast it. So this is the
That was the opposition roll, right?
yeah, there's an opposition roll. So it's your willpower against her willpower.
Yeah, but that's what you do when you cast it. That's the first roll. That's the only roll I have to
Is that
make.
the only roll?
I think. I think. Casting spells.
Yeah, I'm looking at other spells, see if that's
A casting roll is required when a character attempts to cast a newly learned spell for the first time. Once a spell has been successfully cast, subsequent users do not require a casting roll.
But you always have to do the power roll. What are you looking for?
whether her arcane bonus gives her a bonus
okay.
only in the casting or on both.
Oh, okay.
Was that your pulp ability? Let's look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
So have the time required to learn spells and gain bonus die to spell casting rolls.
Yeah, that's something different then, sadly. Because casting is not trying to overpower the other mind with your power roll.
No, you're right, because then it would probably need strong will to gain a bonus die when making power rolls.
Yeah.
That's probably nothing then. Checking to see if I...
Dave's right. You're right now neutral or at advantage in that the earlier casting worked. And this one failed. So if you push, there's a chance she will know that you were mucking with her head, right? If even if not you, she would relate that other dream as mucking with her head and realize, who would try to convince you that you guys are friendly, right? Which makes it even like a negative, like, oh, now I sort of can even guess who it is. It's those other guys that came in my dream before, so it must be you guys are trying to manipulate me. Just through inference.
Okay.
So do you want to push or no?
No, leave it be.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so we'll just observe her at the party then.
So her appearance is 80, which is high.
Yeah.
She's in a very nice, expensive dress. She moves very briskly. Like when she moves, she's very like she knows where she's going when she's going. And you guys can do a spot hidden.
27.
Success.
Hard success.
Oh, hard success.
Hard success as well.
Regular.
So the hard success.
Ooh, I got right on it.
Yeah, hard success. You see, there's this other guy who's sort of big. He wearing also a tux, and he sort of doesn't hang out next to her, but close enough to be a bodyguard. Like,
yeah, okay.
So you know it's a guy that looks like her bodyguard, but he's trying to be unobtrusive, right? He's sort of hanging back a little, but always when she's moving, he moves a little bit, right, to stay within a certain radius.
Yeah, so that's good to know. I mean, just he's ready to respond. So if she were to be disfavorable, she could instantly call him over.
Yeah, and he's watching around like all the time. And hard success, you notice he's carrying a shoulder holster.
Okay.
Did you guys send her that dream about us specifically?
Yep.
Yep.
So maybe we should just stay close so she can see us. Maybe she actually will approach us.
Oh, you want her to see you first? Okay.
Yeah. It's just a suggestion now for the group out of character. I don't know.
Like we all just kind of stand in a group talking together out in the open and kind of maybe make sure she sees us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Okay, so is that the plan? That's fine.
Yeah, we'll try that. Why not? That's a good idea.
We can still do something after that if it doesn't
If she
work.
doesn't come over to us, we still have the ability to go to her. So let's
you know,
try that.
there's the woman with a tray with champagne on glass. Do you guys take a glass? A glass? And,
Sure.
yeah,
absolutely. We want to fit in.
It'd be rude not to.
Okay, so at one point she actually does see you guys, and she actually heads directly to you guys, not like saunter around. She sees you. There's like a pause, and then she just starts walking, marches towards you guys, right?
Okay.
Like, menacingly?
Okay. Under my breath, I'll say, "Here she comes," and be calm, everybody.
Yeah. So
specifically,
it's not like she saw you and then went around, like did a circuit of the room and then finally got to you guys. She saw you guys. There's a slight pause, and then she's just straight lines to you guys.
Yeah. Well, she's very direct. She's used to getting exactly what she wants and not beating around the bush. So
everything's fine.
Yeah.
Over to you
Harvey,
guys.
shut up.
Yeah. Over to you guys.
Eat some more caviar.
And then you do notice that guy in the suit is behind her, but he's like, you know, he's just like following her, right?
Like a dog.
All right.
And she goes, "Hi," and who's the oldest person? Who's the best dressed person here? Well, yeah, who's probably it's gonna be she's gonna pick a male, and who's the best dressed?
I don't know. We all rented suits, right?
I used my own because I had a so because I'm quite well offish. So
what was your credit rating?
50.
Oh, 50?
Yeah.
Somebody had 70, right?
I have, what did I have? 60? 60. I have 60.
So you're better dressed, probably. So
Of course.
That's probably a good thing because it means he'll get to talk to you and not me. So.
Eunice goes, "Hi, I'm Erica Carlisle, and you are?"
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I turn around and I do a halfway bow and I take her hand and greet her and I say, Did I say my name?
Do you slap doctor in front of it?
Wait, what's my name? Oh shit!
No, that's out of character, man. I say, I am Dr. Anderson. I'm very pleased to meet you. Actually, I was looking forward to meet you.
Oh. And who are your friends?
So this is Madame Doom.
Oh, you know.
No.
You won't say your own name, but then
That was just a joke because it sounds so terrible. No, I would like I don't know. This is Mrs.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever, and yeah, I say different names for everyone.
You're gonna make up names for everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm highly intelligent. I can do that.
Okay.
You can let me roll. Yeah.
How did you get to this charity for orphans?
That's an interest of mine. I would really like to get those poor creatures from the street, and it's a terrible thing to observe in this big rich city, you know. You've never seen Spencer talking like that. That's ridiculous.
Miss Carlisle, if I may, it's actually very fortuitous that we meet like this. We actually have wanted to make your acquaintance for some time, but of course, a woman of your stature and esteem is very difficult to get valuable time with. Perhaps a name that you may remember from your past is a Miss. What was her name? What's the name? I need to look at my handout.
Post.
Victoria.
No.
Yeah,
what?
You're talking about
the one that went on the expedition with her.
Post, right?
Yeah, Victoria Post. Was that it?
So the one you met?
The one.
Wait, you're talking about Alicia Masters or the other one?
No, the one we met. That we went to her cottage.
Oh,
that's what was Miss Post. Yeah.
Miss Post.
Mrs.
Yeah, Victoria Post, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
We actually know an acquaintance of yours, and she recommended that we try to meet with you. Although up till now we've been rather unsuccessful, so this is a very fortuitous meeting. I understand that you are the sister of the Roger Carlisle, who was known to have gone on the expedition and never returned. Correct?
Yes, that's right.
What a sorry thing that is. You have my condolences. However, we do have some business that might interest you, in that we have. You see us, we're a merry band of various disciplines and educated pursuits. I'm a professor of archaeology and anthropology, and we've come across some information that you may find interesting that sheds new light on your brother's expedition, and the information leads to the conclusion that he may not have suffered the fate that everyone believes him to have.
Oh.
Which is a very long way to say he's probably still alive.
My colleague is better with words and more direct than I, so yes, of course.
If he is, where is he?
Well, that's definitely a question we all have as well. It's quite a mystery, but we thought that the trail is no longer as cold as was once believed, and we would like to be able to meet with you, and maybe together we can figure out a way to proceed that would lead us down the path of learning more about the circumstances of his disappearance.
I see.
Unfortunately, a friend of ours already lost his life in the pursuit of this this information.
Oh.
We had to bury him very recently, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's horrible. I would really like to talk to you again.
Perhaps could we pay you a visit at your manor, and we could meet in a more relaxed environment and explore the possibility of
So
information being.
She waves her fingers, and then the guy with the suit comes up.
Mhm.
She whispers to him, who's, I would say, like maybe 2 characters could be close enough to do a listen roll. Everybody else is too far away.
She walked up to Nunes, so I think.
Okay, do a listen roll.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Sounds like a fail.
No.
And then Nate is kind of trying to, well,
Crane his neck.
yeah. Well, he was constantly talking to her, so probably he's the other one that's close enough.
Okay, I'll roll out a 30. We'll see what we get here. Oh, 26.
Oh, thank God.
So you hear her whisper to him, find how long it would take to find out who these people are. And he tells her, and then she goes, "Can we meet in 3 days?"
That's
Actually,
that's kind of long.
I'm sorry, but I'm quite busy.
But we have to. We have a ship to London the day after tomorrow.
it's about your brother, after all.
So you're gonna look for him by yourself?
Well, we've picked up, like I said, we've picked up a heated trail, and we would like to waste no time. We've been at this line of inquiry for a bit, and we've gathered some information, and we feel that it's time for us to pursue our leads abroad.
I kind of butt in. I say, look, ma'am, I'm sorry to be abrupt, but one of our dearest friends just gave his life for this, and this is serious stuff. Whatever's going on involves your brother, and we think he's still alive. And if there's any chance we can rescue him from whatever dire fate he may be experiencing, we're going to do our best to do it.
We really can't let our friend's sacrifice be for naught. So, yeah, if necessary, we'll do it on our own.
And I just smile and sort of nod.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, so she thinks about, he goes, okay, tomorrow then. And she gives you like a late afternoon time to meet her tomorrow.
Okay.
Perfect.
We'll thank her and get the information.
And then she whispers something else to her bodyguard guy.
All right. We just have to stay anonymous for a day.
What?
Well, she's going to try to find out that our names are fake.
Yeah.
That would be good if she finds that out.
Well, we can send her another dream tonight.
Well,
I mean, yeah, forget that bullshit. Yeah.
we just have to lay low and not be followed and let someone investigate us.
Not burn any more speakeasies in Harlem.
Yeah, not tonight.
So do anything else other than not try not to get followed or.
Yeah.
Well, I finalized the details to make sure I have all the proper paperwork. So we're abroad. I have the ability to still have guns.
Yeah, it's just I think the issue is various countries have different laws.
Well,
so
the main one we're going to, I guess, is England, right? The first.
Yeah. So you're going there, so you can get that done.
Yeah.
And England, of all places, is very difficult to get a handgun.
Yeah. The cops don't have guns.
Yeah.
But the thing is, at this stage of the game, if I have clearance for England, then I have most likely clearance for Egypt as well, since I believe at this time it's still a possession of England. So it's a twofer.
But if you just get it, the hunting thing is more easily done, right?
Yeah, the hunting. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, definitely you don't carry those around while you're shopping.
Just walking around.
Okay, so anything else before the next day?
I can't think of
Not
anything.
for me.
Send her a dream to trust us.
I don't think so. I think she already trusts
No.
us. It's just a matter of whether she, if she uncovers and her bodyguard uncovers information that would cause her not to trust us.
Well,
I think
how
she-
could he? I don't think he
Yeah.
can get enough about us in a few
In a day.
hours.
Yeah, I would hope not.
He doesn't even have a real name.
Yeah, but
For
we
starters.
were there. We didn't give fake names to get in, so probably there's a chance they will find our names.
We had a ticket.
Yeah,
Doesn't
those
mean
are
that they're
usually
in
on.
this-
Yeah, they're named usually.
Mm.
So you guys just go there? That's fine.
Yeah, we'll go a little early.
Are you taking weapons?
No,
Well,
I want to.
why take weapons? I mean,
my
well, I
sharp
take my
things.
purse.
Somebody's gonna suddenly say, "Oh, I have a gun." Oh no, I have a gun.
I have sharp things. I take my doctor's bag with me just to show that I'm a real doctor.
I mean, I have my
usual
cane,
weapons.
but no firearms.
How
I
about-
have my gun. I have my brass
your gun?
knuckles, and I have my knife.
okay.
You're gonna get searched probably.
Well, then they can take it from me, but I want it back.
Okay.
I'm a private detective. Those are part of the tools, man.
True.
Okay, so you guys go in. There's a butler who lets you in, but before you can see her, you see the guy that was at the party, and he tells you, "I'm Miss Carlisle's bodyguard." It's highly unusual that you can see her on such short notice. Usually, we do a background check on everyone to make sure everybody is on the up and up.
We understand it. We appreciate the unusual nature and that that this is not part of the normal procedure.
Because of such short notice, I must request that that I make sure you're not bringing any weapons in here, because there is a possibility that maybe somebody will want to kidnap her or do harm to her.
Oh, of course. We will happily disclose any weapons that we have.
Yeah. So
Of course, young man.
so-
Feel free to look in my purse.
So I'll turn to the private eye.
first,
I'm like, oh no, I am bringing weapons here, and I
you put
take
them.
out my weapons, put them on the table.
Okay. He says they will be returned to you after your meeting with her. Yeah, so that's everything, right? And you have your bag, and he asked the doctor bag to be left outside, right? Because it's full of sharp instruments.
Yeah, I'll leave my cane too.
Okay. So he brings you in and actually stays in the room with her, right?
Okay.
And she's now in like a not a fancy dress, but a dress. It's expensive. She's young. She's 26.
Okay.
And she says, I asked my man here, Joe Corey, to see what he can find about you. And he says, said you gave me fake names last night.
That's correct, and we apologize for that. But as we mentioned yesterday, and I hope you will understand, our friend of just the last couple of days, a very trusted colleague and a crucial member of our fact-finding efforts, was killed in a very horrific manner, and we've actually been having to protect ourselves because we've learned that those same forces that did him in have been looking for us as well. So we've had to be very discreet, and we apologize for our dishonesty. That was not our choice of dealing with you, but we felt that in that we're about to leave and set forth on this investigation, we had to remain anonymous as much as possible.
What was your friend's name?
Jackson Elias. You may have seen an article in the paper on him. He was a very notable researcher, and his world of research often delved into the unusual, and your brother's expedition definitely fits this category.
And
He was a famous author as well, so you may have even read something of his.
so what do you really want from me then?
Well, we understand you did an investigation yourself after the disappearance of Mr. Carlisle. You went on an expedition to follow in his footsteps and ended up in Africa looking at the site where his expedition disappeared and the trail went cold. We want to talk to you about your findings, because I'm sure you found things that led you to believe that what the official story on the end of the expedition was not what seemed like it may be the true outcome. We found the same types of information, and we thought we could compare notes with you and find out maybe what the true nature was as to what occurred.
So if we are to collaborate or help each other, I think telling people the truth would be helpful, right?
Absolutely.
Can I have your real names?
Okay, I'll give her our real names.
And you notice Corey's writing it all down, right?
Yeah.
He goes, okay, then let me tell you what I know about that Carlisle expedition. And she goes into a desk drawer and pulls out like a photograph.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it on my list. Is that it? Ah, there it is. Oh, how come I don't see it show up? Oh, it's a PDF. God darn it. Okay, I'll put it in the other place. So JPEGs I could just drop in the thing, but it doesn't do it with the PDF.
That's odd.
I think the image was too big, so I decided not to just cut and paste it. So.
By the way, Morgan, Juve will join in a few minutes. I told him that it won't be long until we're ending, but he'd really, really love to play, so just so we know.
Let me drag it up. Okay, let me publish it. So there should be underneath the notes from Houston Roger Carlisle a PDF that looks like a portrait.
Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay.
That is the Carlisle expedition.
Well, that is one African-looking woman at the top. Huh. And that's someone who's not named, right? As the member of the expedition. Interesting.
So I think they list the names down there, but she'll point them out.
It says Mwuru. Yeah, there it is.
So
Okay.
lower left is Dr. Houston.
Uh-huh. Old guy, yeah.
Where? That doesn't look right.
Morgan, I actually looked that up.
Houston.
When I was starting to read that, the picture doesn't match the description to who is who.
This doesn't look right.
Forget it. It's not right.
It's not right. Okay, but you can infer it. Carlisle must be the one on the lower right with his girlfriend on the left. The psychologist, my guess, is probably the guy on the left.
Yeah, and then above him is Penhew.
On the right?
No, on the left. I think the old guy, maybe.
Penhew. Okay, so the one on the upper right must be. So the bottom left must be his bodyguard. Maybe, I don't know. Who's the bodyguard?
Oh yeah, there's a bodyguard, huh?
The young guy after.
Probably the young guy below the black lady.
Okay, yeah, all right. So then the lower left must be the psychiatrist.
Yeah, lower left
Yeah.
psychiatrist. The older gentleman is the Penhue.
Okay.
And Masters is the woman, the younger woman, the photographer girlfriend.
This is a very interesting photo, Ms. Carlisle, and it's very telling in that it supports some of our interesting findings when looking into the expedition. The expedition doesn't really make mention much of the woman here, and I point to the black woman at the top. However, we understand that she may have been a crucial figure in the expedition in the amount of influence she exerted. We were hoping you could tell us a bit about her. We understand her name is Mwuru.
Yes, that Negro woman, she caused Roger's obsession.
And did she also go by the name Anastasia?
We'll get back to that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we've come to that same conclusion. We understand that she had quite a significant influence over your brother.
Yes, it was unseemly. She seemed to rule Roger's life, and his entanglement with her was very unseemly.
And what was it before or after he started having those weird dreams?
It was, I think, I'm not sure, about the same time. He would have some of these screaming nightmares, and he wouldn't tell me what they were about. So then I recommend that he see Dr. Robert Houston.
Mm-hmm.
We understand he was treating him. Yes.
Yes.
And then he ended up going on the expedition as well, which is a bit unusual. Do you know why the doctor accompanied them on the expedition?
I feel sort of guilty because, I got Dr. Houston to be his psychiatrist, and I couldn't let Roger go by himself without continuing his treatments. So I felt like he was lost because he went on that expedition too.
I see.
So, to be quite frank, a lot of, and we'll be, just to be open since we're sharing here, I hope your mind is open to such things, and you'll understand the nature is very delicate when speaking of dark, sinister forces at work that I think you witnessed in the influence over your brother that took hold of him in the form of dreams and other manifestations. We've uncovered it seems like an African influence that also was responsible for the death of our friend Jackson. And so there's definitely a connection here in terms of the activities of this dark African influence. We've witnessed it in our lives as well very recently. So we think these forces are still at work.
I suspected that because he would sometimes disappear for days, and then he turned up sort of crazed and said he'd been in Harlem for all that time. It makes no sense. And then he said this Negro woman was a queen of some sort of priestess, and she had some secrets that he had to have.
Yeah, we can relate to that.
Yeah, and I thought that maybe to go on this expedition, that he would realize that this was all just some mumbo jumbo, and I sort of encouraged it, but it seemed like she had a greater grasp over him.
Yes, an unusual grasp.
But
and
to find out what exactly was going on, we would at some point need to be able to look at books your brother had in his possession. Our friend Jackson came to the understanding that there are certain volumes in your brother's safe which are crucial to unraveling the secrets of what has happened and to the location of your brother.
Yes, he left some odd books. He was collecting them Yeah, I have them locked in a safe. I've heard they're worth quite a bit of money. But this expedition.
Well, we only have an educational interest in them.
So she points to Penhew. This gentleman, I don't know him much other than he went on an expedition.
We understand he was a renowned archaeologist and Egyptologist, which is also my area of educational expertise. He's belongs to a foundation, a rather significant foundation in England, which, as we mentioned, that is our next stop. Where we intend to make the same circuit that Mr. Carlisle's expedition made, because we have various clues and points of contact along the route that have information that is previously unknown and undisclosed as to the activities of the expedition. For example, we've uncovered firsthand accounts that Mr. Brady has been seen in other parts of the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, after his so-called death.
So Brady wouldn't have left Roger alone. He's like,
correct. If there's any one of these members that would likely to be with him, it would be Mr. Brady.
So Roger, our lawyers had saved Brady from conviction of murder. This occurred while so. Yeah, so let's see. So he knew Brady, and they actually got Brady off of some sort of conviction off of murder. So he became.
That's why he was indebted to, like, a loyal.
Indebted to Roger. So it would be odd that he would be alone without Roger.
Yes, so we intend to go pick up this trail and hopefully find the location.
And I guess Roger knew Brady while he spent a semester at USC.
Let it be clear, we aren't asking for money or anything to fund this expedition of ours, but we do need the information that is in the books. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach our goal.
The motivations of the expedition and where they might have gone.
Yeah.
We are experts at deciphering ancient knowledge and tying it into modern times and finding out where these trails may lead.
I looked at one of these and it seemed to be full of crazy things, the same stuff that Roger babbled about.
Well, it apparently, some of it has to do with this kind of crazy stuff. There are people who actually believe in it. And it is these believers that are behind all the happenings. So, as crazy as it may seem, we need the information to understand those cults.
So she says she will, but Joe will check your backgrounds first to make sure you're not lying to her. And once that checks out, she can ship these books to you if you need them.
Okay. Okay, we can give her like a point of
now if you want, but you can't take them with you. And once you check out, she will send you the book. She will ship them to you if you're on the road.
Okay, yeah,
that sounds like a fair deal.
Let's see what they are now.
There are. So she takes you, there's a library of occult books, and well, she takes a library, there's this giant library, right? Like a room full of books. And then she pulls a book out and does something behind it. And then
there's like a secret library.
And the trap door that drops out from underneath us, dropping us into the shark tank.
It's almost like a So this is like one of those weird libraries that says has a billiard table, books in glass also, right? Like display cases, like first editions and things like that. And then she has to pull out a Poe book. She glances at it, puts it back. So you're not really sure. Then she goes over to a panel that slides open, and there's like a safe, wall safe, and she actually opens up the safe.
Okay.
And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 books.
Wow.
Let me describe them. Oh, this is an English translation, so that one you can read. Nice. So one, it's called the Panoptic Manuscripts. That's an English translation.
Oh, that was one that was checked
Professor
out of the library.
Cowles.
Yeah, that he was trying to get a hold of. Oh yeah.
And then there's one that's must be in French commentary on Latin. So it's a French commentary on Latin. It's selections de livre divin. So it's a liver. The book
Liber Ivonis.
Yeah.
I've got some French as a language.
Of it. It's not the whole book. And I guess I can describe. There's like extensive descriptions of what these.
Hear anybody?
This doesn't sound too good, though.
Oh, I hear somebody. Who's that?
Oh, you're having audio problems?
My screen keeps changing as well.
Yeah, I lost audio for a minute. I hear.
Last thing we were talking about was the Liber Ivonis.
Yes.
And everybody's profile pictures have changed on the bottom as well.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh, weird.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Google messed up.
Yeah, Google must have messed up. So Life as a God is a white leather over wood crown quarto. I guess it's divided 4. Front piece of faux Egyptian styling. It's amateurishly bound, and the spine is separated in places.
Okay.
There's People in Monolith. People in Monolith is another white leather book, 104 pages. And handcrafted and high quality. Let's see what else is there. But I think I have these as PDF, so I could push parts of this up. Let me go. So I've redacted parts that are redacted, and then you have to do research and stuff to unredact parts of it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one of them.
Okay.
I'll publish some of them and then I'll push the other ones. So I put Life as a God and the selections up. I'll put the other one up. So you have something to do.
Those are hung where?
On the should be on the books and artifacts.
Game books and items.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Did you say one of the books was in French?
Yeah, let me get the.
Because I've got French
Okay.
as a language. Just wondered if there's anything I understood in the language on the front of it may be of interest. Or
So the second book is, unless they contradict what's here, because the companion gives an in-depth description of all the books, whereas the scenario only has one paragraph.
Mhm.
So I would say these PDFs overrule in the one paragraph. So
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah,
We got some good stuff to read now.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
This is even worse than I thought.
Yeah, I know. So I would say, Miss Carlisle, thank you. These books will be immensely helpful in our investigations, and of course, we want to keep you apprised at all moments as to our progress. In fact, you will be one of our only links back here, while as we progress through the stages of the expedition, the steps of the expedition. However, I can't stress this enough. You need to protect yourself. There are dark forces at work here in New York City that were responsible for the murder of our friend when he started this line of inquiry. And we know for a fact that these forces are active in Harlem as we speak. If they know that you are in communication with us and are now actively pursuing their interests, they may try to interfere in your affairs as well. And so you need to protect yourself. And what we need to do is, can we work out a series of code words that when we need to correspond with you, we can put in the documents so that you know that it's from us, and vice versa.
she agrees to that.
Okay. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? So, yeah, I guess we need to find out if she knew that name, Anastasia. That was a follow-up, right? And then,
Yeah, I have to look it up because they don't mention that name much anywhere. They usually use the Miru one, so I have to find out if that's the same.
see if they're related.
Yeah, you could be right; it's the same person, but I have to. But even under the Miru character description, it doesn't put that word there. So,
yeah. So if there's anything else you can tell us about any of the members of the expedition, how, like specifically the ones you knew well that would assist us.
So she tells you, Ipatha Masters used to date Roger, dated him a couple of times, but it didn't seem like it went anywhere. And she said she was a good photographer, but maybe that's why she went along. She wasn't sure. It was because she seems a little puzzled, because it seems like from what you heard earlier, she thought that Miru and Roger were an item, right? When she was talking about that stuff. Right? So it's sort of weird that if Roger was seeing that Negro woman, why would Masters go along on this trip?
Stick around, yeah.
So she's a little puzzled about that.
What did you uncover on your trip down to Africa?
I don't think there's anything other than
what was reported.
Newspapers, yeah. Oh, and I guess East African women. Okay.
Did she speak with a strong accent? Or was her English very Western.
Let me see. I would say there's an accent. I don't think
Okay.
I don't think it would be like a native born here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's that. And Brady. Oh, so what happened was Brady is a Marine sergeant, served in China and later on Western Front in France, earned a Bronze Star and other commendations.
Interesting. He
Also,
served in China.
also rumored to have been a mercenary in Turkey just after the war.
So he's very comfortable being abroad and in China.
Yeah,
So he probably speaks Chinese, which means that if you wanted to disappear, heading to China probably wouldn't be out of the
yeah,
realm.
you're a white guy in China, right?
Yeah,
So
Shanghai. I mean, Shanghai's very Western. So
yeah, there's more Western.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said he worked in an oil field in California. He was in a fight, and he choked somebody to death before they can pull him off of who he was choking. And Roger was fascinated by this and was at USC, and he got Brady off the murder charge.
Okay.
Oh, and then Brady's nickname is Brass. It's because he has a brass plate 4 inches square in his over his heart. Okay.
Maybe useful. Okay.
So that's what she knows. There may be more information about Brady that you may get if you do more investigation, but that's what she knows.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's about everything then. Does she have any specific locations where the expedition went?
Yeah, just what you have on the. He basically just took the money and then went with these guys, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So when he was doing that, she wasn't important, right? He was the head of the family, so he did whatever he did.
Yeah.
And she was more like a second thought. And now that she's in charge, she seems to have come into her own, right? As she basically matured because she became head of the family.
Yeah. Well, there was a spot vacated, and she was able to take over. No one's contesting her control of the family fortune.
So then she asked, "Are you really leaving tomorrow?"
We haven't gotten tickets or anything, right?
No, you haven't gotten tickets yet.
No, that was our intent. That was our intent, but based on the information you've given us, it seems like we need to do a little bit more research before we leave, but it will be as soon as possible.
Okay.
Are we going to do more research about what?
I think we need to research all the members of the expedition, right? I don't think we've researched them all yet.
And read the books and go over the books.
But we can't take the books with us, so that's impossible.
Well, I mean, we can come back.
The only one we haven't researched yet was Brady, but I think we probably know everything about him now.
Well, but we know he had military service, so we can go look at those records and things. And he has an arrest record, right? So there's some more records to go look at. I think also we need to be careful, like not drawing a line, a trail that leads to Carlisle, so we can't like be coming back and forth. We don't want the cult that's here in town to know that she's assisting us.
They probably know. We haven't even checked if anybody's still been following us, you know. They were at the funeral following us.
You know how they've picked up our trail again. Do they know how to find us?
Yeah, can't be too hard.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to stay another day, if you want to stay longer, no problem.
Is the ship set to sail on a certain date, or is it just as and when we want to leave?
Yet. But I think traffic is very. There's a lot of traffic, right? There's no airplane travel, so the only way to get across is on a boat. It's just a question of how you want to travel. So, big steamer ships, they're not as frequent, but there's more comfy. There's more freighter ships, they're more often, but they're not comfy.
So if we don't want to be followed, we need to like make it pretty abrupt, right? Go get the tickets and get on the ship. So yeah, let's just let's send a group to go get our tickets, and let's the ones who are good with research, let's go try to track down these last little bits of research, and then we'll leave.
And even then, we can't be sure that we're not followed.
Yeah, they could just send a telegram. If maybe they even have accomplices abroad. So
yeah, well, they do, right? The cult is worldwide.
No, well, it's all different cults. As far as we know at this point, they're all different cults with different names, and we don't have any evidence that they're working together. They're working towards the same goal. They all want the same thing, but maybe not together.
So you want to get tickets. Who has the lowest luck?
Lowest. Wow.
Mine is 38 right now.
Mine's 64.
35.
And 50 something.
35. So do you want to get tickets? So your ideal thing is tickets tomorrow on a good steamship, right? Like some sort of big cruise liner.
Is it?
That's your ideal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Doom wants something comfortable, right? If you totally out of luck, then you're on some rickety freighter that's like right? That's the difference, right? Versus,
yeah.
Okay. So that's what you want. Roll your 35%.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm counting on you.
Madame Doom's butt is counting on me. Oh. No.
So that's not available tomorrow. You can either wait like less than a week, like between 3 to 6 days before there's a ship available, or you can get one of these freighters that's not very comfortable and very horrible experience.
How wounded is everyone?
I'm okay.
I'm halfway.
Wouldn't waiting until everybody's fully healed be a good idea?
I would.
I mean,
that'd be good.
I need 3 more days rest.
We're going to get some more on the trip, right? So
Yeah.
So it's a 4-day.
There's bound to be something happening on the trip. Someone's going to fall overboard or something.
Yeah, and if it's like a very uncomfy freighter, you won't get as much as you get otherwise. You won't heal as good as otherwise, maybe.
Okay, so how many days are you willing to take? I heard 3 days. So.
There's risk in staying too, because the cult's looking for us.
Oh, maybe.
They are. I mean, they went to the funeral and
They're just
But
observing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We saw them there. We don't know
So
anything
here's the thing: if
since
you
then.
wait 3 days, at least if you wait 3 days, Erica Carlisle can do your background checks, and if you pass, she'll let you have the books, right?
Yeah.
okay.
If the cult is after us, if they're still on our trail, then something will happen in those 3 days.
Yeah. Okay, let's wait the 3 days. I think it's better to get our hands on the books.
Okay.
And in that time, I want to do research into Jack Brady and other members of the expedition that we might not have looked into.
And maybe Vicky may have got someone to infiltrate the speakeasy as well.
Okay. So 3 days will be enough for her to do that and give you. And you guys check out. You get the books. Let's do the Jack Brady research.
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably just spending the time is good enough. I don't think you need to. I'll tell you what. Because you didn't really look into him before. So the one bit of extra information that's weird and meant you have to talk to some people or call them or is that the story is that brass plate over his heart has strange signs and inscriptions on it.
Oh, weird.
Bullets have dented it twice. And they say his mother lives a recluse in Upper Michigan, has quote unquote the eye.
The eye, yeah.
And she made this plate to guard her son.
That's what we need.
So that's the weird woogie.
Got some elder sign engraved. So if Cthulhu wants to burrow into his heart, he's protected.
Yeah. So that's the little extra info you get about Brady.
Okay.
But he's well enough known. They call him, that's his nickname, Brass. So that's sort of odd.
Good to know. Okay.
And then what else do you want to look at?
Well, the Moru woman, we don't know her last name or anything, so that may be hard. And all the rest we did, I think.
Okay, so the other thing is Ms. Doom, Madam Doom, you get a private conversation with Erica Carlisle.
Okay.
She tells you, my man has done a set of background checks on you. And I don't know why, but I believe in you. But I have a request for you. If you find my brother,
yes,
see what state he's in. If you do not think he's competent to run the Carlisle enterprises, I know your people. I do not want him to ruin the family business.
I understand completely. It is a very delicate matter, and we will deal with it appropriately. You have my word.
And thank you. And she says this when you're alone, even the bodyguard's not there.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because he almost ran the business into the ground, and she brought it back.
Oh, yeah, we didn't know that. Yeah, plus whatever he has been in, all the books he's been reading and the people he has been associating with. Yeah. Okay. We will deal with it.
Yeah, I can just see it's one of those movies where it's like, I have a message from your sister. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, are you Dr. Carlisle? I have a message from your sister.
This is besides, this is for Jackson.
This is for Elias Jackson Elias.
Yeah.
So some of the books, if you decide to read them, there's things you have to do research on to uncover like things in it. And then the books are skimmable. If you skim, just read the skim part. And then there's the in-depth reading, which takes longer to read. I think they tell you how long it takes to read the whole thing. And then you can read that part, those parts.
Okay.
And then if you do any of the research, then like, unredact parts of it.
Yeah, we'll do that, of course.
Yeah.
Um,
So on the, let's see, what else was there? I think that's it. Are you taking, that's the thing, are you taking everything with you? All the books, the bowl, and all the weird stuff, or?
Well, the stuff that we've gotten everything out of, we probably should. Can we leave it with Carlisle to keep safe for us?
You can either that, or you have a special pawn shop in New Orleans that you hide stuff in too.
Okay, maybe that's safer. I don't know if there's no trail there.
We probably don't need the copper bowl. I don't know.
I don't know. That's pretty useful. I think we should take all of the artifacts with us. I mean, just the books. The book, like Africa's Dark Sex. We've already read it, right?
I don't think I've read it completely already. It was pretty long. To read a book completely takes more than a week.
Yeah.
Some even a month. So
that's boat reading them there.
Yeah, I was going to say, could read it on the boat.
Well, the boat is a 4-day trip, so.
Yeah, we need to take it because we need to read these books. So once we're done reading them, we can send them back.
When we do the boat, there's options too. So, so are you taking the books? Take the bowl. How about the cloak, the staff, the mask?
Yeah,
I think
everything.
Everything?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
What good's going to do us here? At the very least, we don't want it here to fall into the hands of the people that use it, right?
Yeah, you don't know the cloak of many colors, feathers. We don't know what it's going to do, for example. So we.
Yeah.
Okay, you take everything. That's fine. I just want to know where things are.
I'm just
having like a big steamer trunk that is metal bound with a padlock, so we can lock it and secure it.
You mean the one with my clothes?
Yeah, like that.
So the day before you guys leave, or the day you leave, maybe that's easier. One of you guys look on a newspaper, and there's been a fire, and the Prospero House publisher is been burned down to the ground, and the publisher is dead.
Oh wow!
Yay!
Another friend gone.
So you see that you're going through the paper.
Before we leave as well, did Vicky get any luck with the speakeasy?
I may do that. I may roll that separately because it's an NPC thing. So,
right.
he'll probably send some people there and get some info, but won't be able to resolve it.
Right.
So in the handouts at the very bottom, there's a things to do on a cruise ship.
Things to do on a cruise ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
So where's the
Read occult books by the swimming pool.
There you go.
so you could do that, or there's other options, because remember there's a linguist in your group, right? You can pick up extra languages.
Ooh.
So it's
Like
the trip
Chinese would be very useful. I think
there's
we're
New York
eventually going to be there.
Southampton, it's 4 days. So you only do one of these checks unless you're just reading the book. So I guess you have to roll a POW first. If you get a hard success, then you get you learn something. But this is if you do this versus reading the book, right? The books. So who
Doom
wants?
is reading.
You're just reading. Everybody else is goofing off.
I mean, is it realistic? Would we in 4 days would be able to get through a book?
Not really, but he'll be 4
No,
days.
I can skim some.
Yeah, or you can skim all of them, right?
Yeah.
It might be worth me learning a bit of Chinese, maybe.
Okay, so Chinese, there's only a 25% chance that that's spoken on board. So
Right. Because we may end up in Shanghai, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's likely.
okay,
Sure, you aren't going to start with English?
let me see if Chinese is on there. Oh, there's no Chinese. I rolled 99.
So we're actually on an actual cruise ship. We're not on the steamer, right?
This is like a steamer cruise ship, right? Like from out of like the Titanic, right?
Oh yeah, so it's not a freighter. All right, okay. So I'm gonna probably be trying to practice my shotgun skill.
Okay, so roll your POW. You have to have a hard success.
Yeah, nope, missed it by 9.
Okay, so you don't get an increase. So that's yours.
I would like to learn that as well.
Okay. Roll your POW. Half POW. See if you make half POW.
Oh no.
No. So yeah, they do the skeet where they go pull and you're firing off the side of the back of the boat, right, to hit the things, and yeah, it's harder than you think.
I take it because it's not on board Chinese, I can't go for a different language.
No, you could. It's just
Right.
find out nobody speaks Chinese. So.
Right. Cantonese.
Cantonese, you could.
That's close-ish.
Nope, I rolled 85.
Oh.
Nobody.
Well, Arabic we don't need because we've got someone who can speak it. I can speak French, I can speak German, and I can speak Italian. Let's go with Russian.
Russian. Yes, somebody speaks Russian.
I knew
about
that
Africa, right? We're going to Africa.
There's no African. Oh, there's Bengali, isn't there? That's African, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Bengali.
Yeah,
Well, let's see if there's a Bengali person there.
Yeah.
Afrikaans, or what is a?
Yes, there's a Bengali. I thought Bengali was more like India, but
Oh yes, but yeah, I don't think there's any on there from Africa, is there? No. I'll go with Russian still. Sorry, I said Russian. So
yeah, so you have to do half your POW for. This is because they say there's a lot of distractions, so you want to do this, but if you don't make half your POW, you wind up getting distracted.
Half my POW.
You made it. Okay, roll die for -1.
No, I hadn't rolled. I've just rolled.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 95.
So you got distracted. You didn't get to learn language. You actually wound up doing some other stuff because there's so many different things to do on the ship.
I tried.
Is that everybody?
No, I think I want to. I'm interested in this book. The because of my Egyptian background, archaeology background, Life as a God, because it's focused on the Egyptian cult of the Black Pharaoh.
Life is. Let me see how long it takes to read. So why don't you do the skimming part and see if you want to do a full read.
Okay, what is the skimming? What does that do?
So if you look at Life as a God in the description of the PDF, there's a skimming section.
Yeah.
So this is what you get when you just skim through it.
Yeah, I definitely want to read it.
Okay.
I read that part. It looks interesting. It looks. I mean, it's right up my alley, right? It's all Egypt focused. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how long it takes to read the whole thing.
Sure.
It's 160 pages.
That's not that long. That's a magazine.
Oh, while you're looking at it, Nunes, can you make your medicine roll?
Mm-hmm. Regular.
Yeah, it's bound in human skin.
Yum.
Yeah, I point that out, like passing by, looking at it. Oh, by the way, that's human skin. And
yeah. So both of you can roll sand checks.
No, I'm.
Thanks.
Are you hardened?
I am hardened.
Oh, then you don't. But
yes.
Oh, you failed.
So I made it.
You made it. Lose nothing.
Oh.
Humans.
I'd say you can, do the thorough reading then. It's 160 pages, and I think it's not in some weird handwriting. So,
okay.
Oh, it says it's sloppy, but
right.
That's fine. Yeah, so that one you can spend your time reading.
Okay.
And what does Doom want to read? Or just want to skim all of them?
Yeah, I'll skim all of them.
Okay, why don't you just skim all of them then?
Well, all the other three. Probably no need to go over the same book with two people.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other ones? Because I think on the list I didn't see them all. I only saw 3 new ones.
No, there's 4.
We had the Panoptic manuscripts, and then the French commentary on the Liber Ivanis, which is on the handout section, and then Life as a God, which you are reading, and People of the Monolith.
I didn't see those. Okay.
And I'm also still finishing the Dark Sex of Africa.
Yeah, I think the Dark Sex, let me look up that spell and then see what you need to do to see if you learn it, if you want. Look up the grimoire.
Oh, here. Listen to this. So this was in the front page inside this one book. There's an inscription to Mr. Roger Carlyle. I hope you find these words to be as inspiring as yours were to me in our last meeting. My regards to Anastasia from Tyler. There's no publishing date of the publication given.
So I forgot. Oh, let me look up. So few people use spells. Let me find out. So Micah, is it just they just have to make half their int or something?
You first do an hard. Ow! Ow! You do first. Jesus! You do first an hard. No, an intro to learn the spell itself. Then for the first casting, you have to make a hard power roll.
Okay.
And if you fuck it up, you can push the roll. And even if you fuck that roll up, the spell goes off. But you roll on that misfire chart. But you can, after the first fuck up, you can relearn it past the int roll again, and then try again without any consequences.
So I think with your arcane, you learn half the time.
Yes.
So, which is funny. They don't list the time it takes to learn these. So I would think this is where you get your bonus die, one of the bonus dies, right, to learn. So you get to roll your int plus a bonus die, right? Because you're a fast learner or a...
Okay.
That makes sense to me.
Well, that is a success.
Okay, so you learn the spell. Yeah, of course, bringing something from the dead will involve sand loss. So, there's something with that. And it takes a lot of magic points too.
Who cares?
Who cares?
There may be a time when it'll be worth it. Dead people make great distractions.
The corpse is left to mature.
I hear a cat purring.
It's not mine this time.
It's mine. Bart.
Okay.
Cool.
There's nothing wrong with a cat purring. It's a very soothing sound.
So you have the spell, but looking at how it works, it takes... Oh, here it is. Oh, this is a cheaper version. Okay.
Totally different sound to my cat's purring. It's funny. My cat snore.
Your cat needs a tune-up.
Okay, so variable days. Okay, we'll get to this when you want to do this.
Okay.
It's pretty involved looking at the thing.
Removing someone's intestines and stuff like that.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
So it's not just a spell. You have to have time with the body prepping it and everything.
Yeah, there's all this weird stuff and then they mix some of the Haitian stuff where they're using blowfish toxin and a bunch of other weird stuff.
That's disgusting. Nunes doesn't approve.
But I may modify this a little to match more of the scenario, but this matches the exact name of the spell, but it's sort of Haitian and some other stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So you do have that. Let's see, anything else? I think we're done, and no Juve or is it pronounced Juve or Juve?
Juve.
Juve.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he didn't say anything more. I don't know.
we're done anyway.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll turn this off.